All right.
Hello, everybody.
We're
We
here
should be
now.
live.
All right. Welcome to the KD Ratio. It's our designated podcast for all things nerd. Tonight, we are streaming without Billy because he didn't play Dispatch,
And we did.
and we did. So we are going to be
There we
we're
go.
going to be discussing it in full spoilers, and we're going to talk about theories. And we're getting ready for the episodes 3 and 4. It's going to drop tomorrow.
Of episode
Yeah.
3 and 4. You might have seen a different title for our episode. Just ignore that.
Yeah, Billy named the first title, and we didn't want to talk about the stuff that he that he put on here. So,
But yeah, so Kyle, first thoughts.
first, if you guys haven't heard of it, I mean, it seems to be pretty popular right now. But there's a game that just came out about a week ago called Dispatch. It is brought to you by some of the people that worked on
Critical Role.
Critical Role.
Yeah.
So they're a lot of obviously the voice actors from Critical Role are playing parts in this because that's what they do. But they also, I think, had
It's
involved
some-
in the writers' room as well. They were doing stuff with that.
And some of the Telltale people
But
moved
also
to Ad Hoc.
Telltale. So if you heard of The Walking Dead or
Wolf Among Us.
Wolf Among Us or Tales of the Borderlands, that's a lot of the people that are working on that worked on this game. And the idea is essentially you work as a 911 dispatch operator for superheroes.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the whole thing. And then we can set up like the story and like how we're feeling on it so far. So episodes 1 and 2 dropped.
Instantly.
It's interactive drama, so it's a game, but don't go into this thinking that it's going to be like full of like great gameplay. It's more like you have semi control over the narrative. There's quick time events and there's some mini games in it, but it's more like controlling a good TV show.
Yeah.
Is really what it is.
And
So
I would say it's even less than like if you played the Telltale games.
it's even less than that.
even less.
Yeah.
This is more of a
Very hands off.
you could just watch this because they even give you an option to turn off quick time events,
Yeah, and you
And-
just basically your input is on the things they say.
the dialogue.
Yeah. So that I perfectly understand if that's not for everybody, that style of game. But I've always been into that type of thing, and it's not too much of a time commitment or anything like that. They're never that long.
Yeah. The thing was like
Yeah.
40 minutes a pop, felt like 40.
Yeah. So it's $30. Ultimately, there's going to be 8 episodes. They promise at least 8 hours in total of gameplay. So make of that with what you will. If you think 30 is not, if that's too much, or that's a conversation that you can have. But for me, it feels like that'll be worth
Yeah.
it because I've already had a lot of fun with the first 2 episodes. So what are your thoughts on episodes 1 and 2?
Overall, really enjoy the game. I am used to interactive fiction.
Did I take your drink? and start.
Maybe mine was right here.
All right. Well, I was just getting over this sickness, but it's gonna come back full force now.
It's fine. I think I'm over it too.
Anyways,
I love choose your own adventure books. I read them all the time, so this is right up my alley. I thought episode 1 and 2 were a really good intro to this world. Really unique and cool world. I like it. I also like a lot of the characters. I feel like now I never watched Vox Machina.
Yeah.
Or I haven't watched any Critical Role.
Mhm.
Is this their type of humor?
yeah,
Very much.
a lot of people. It's hit or miss with crowds. Some people feel like it's like what's the word I'm looking for? Is it called infantilized? Where like it's like if children what they think is edgy
Oh.
where to write it. That's
Yeah.
how a lot of people see it. So like a lot of the stuff lands. Some of the stuff for me is kind of like, it doesn't quite land, but it's very similar to Vox Machina, the humor.
So I felt I can get how this will not be some people's cup of tea, and they'll be really annoyed by the humor because that's a great way to put it. It's an acquired taste that is very much like fart is funny kind of,
Yeah.
in certain parts. But the writing besides that,
There are
so far-
parts that are like if you were to go to a middle schooler and say what do you think is funny, and they say this, there are moments where you get that vibe,
Yeah.
for sure.
But otherwise, the writing, I love it so far. I'm intrigued. I'm buckled in for the full 8 episodes, and I can't wait. I want it to be longer because, especially with me, I'm comparing this the harshest to Telltale games because that's the closest comparison we've had. And Telltale, I felt like their episodes were longer.
I think so. I think a lot of it was artificially longer though, because
Because you were walking around.
you
and
were
it's-
walking around, you got to talk to characters, and it was more of a game. This is less of a game. The pace of which things happen is going to be the exact same no matter what. There's no exploring, there's no finding side content. Like, you can't even control the character.
Yeah.
It's literally the show is playing out and you're controlling the dialogue. That's just really it. And if you like, you can add the quick time events and some of the mini game stuff, but the speed in which things happen happens no matter what. So there's a lot of story crammed into it, but it's not slowed down in any way. So that's why I feel like maybe it's going quicker than a Telltale episode would.
Yeah, because which you could almost say Telltale was like not wasting your time, but it was kind of we need to pad this out somehow. Let's have them explore. But I never felt like it worked against them.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, not much has happened in the first 2 episodes besides, your Mecha Man, Robert Robertson, and
So
he gets put out of commission essentially, and you started the dispatch. The main big choice, or I mean the main thing right now is that we know Shroud killed your father, and you had like a vendetta against him,
yeah.
and then Blonde Blazer.
Yeah. So first episode opens up. You are Mecha Man, like Dylan was saying. He is a superhero minus the superpowers. I would say he's more similar to somebody like Iron Man than Batman, because he relies on his suit. It's much more tanky. His suit is big. It's bulky. It's almost like Warmonger's suit in the first Iron Man. I would say it's closer to that. This suit has been handed down from...
Well, not this suit. This suit's built. He built it himself. This one.
Did he build it himself?
Yeah,
I thought he
'cause-
modified the existing one.
He might have,
I think he modified the existing one.
but it runs in his family essentially.
So his grandpa, the first Robert Robertson, was
He
the
was
first
Bobby,
Mecha Man.
right?
He was Bobby. He was the first Mecha Man. He died in the suit before the protagonist was born.
Yep.
Second Mecha Man died 15 years ago to a guy named Shroud, who was on Mecha Man's team.
Yep.
He betrayed them,
Like the Avengers.
like the Avengers. What do they call themselves? The Brave Brigade?
Yeah.
I think it's the Brave Brigade. Killed his father. He took over the mantle of Mecha Man 15 years ago. Shroud was captured, and he's been in prison for 15 years. Shroud gets out, immediately fucks Mecha Man up, and the suit gets damaged beyond repair. In the meantime, our current modern-day Robert has wasted every ounce of money he was left and earned and all of his resources, and it's essentially over. He can't repair the suit, so he gives up being a superhero after he gets into a fight that doesn't go his way.
Yep.
And then that's when he's introduced to Blonde Blazer. Blonde Blazer is... I don't have quite a handle on what her powers are just yet. I feel like it's similar to maybe like Supergirl.
Seems like it.
I don't think she's quite on the level of like a
'Cause-
Superman level, but she could fly. She seems like she has strength.
She's not as fast as
Phenomenon.
Phenomenon. Omni-Man.
But she did grab a dude and throw him on top of a roof. So like obviously she has super strength, and she's not a slouch by
Yeah.
any means. So she kind of throws herself at you, and
Yes.
very like almost to, okay. So, what are your thoughts on how they approach that? Do you think she's just into him, or do you think there's something else nefarious going on?
I think she might be into him. I don't know. It's hard to say because I understand Robert in that point. He thinks that she's flirting with him, and I did too. I was like,
She was.
yeah,
She can lie to herself, but she was.
she was flirting with him. So
She like touched his face. She was like
Very
laughing.
touchy.
Yeah, in the bar, she constantly is putting her hand on him. She even like floats over to him with her sitting on the
Yeah.
like. I mean, it was, even if she wasn't flirting with him, it definitely was over the line behavior for what she was propositioning him with.
you bring up a good point though. It's a little suspicious.
I
That
don't trust her.
fast. You don't trust her?
I don't trust her.
No. Huh.
This is just a theory, but I think Blonde Blazer is
Is
in
in
bed with the
cahoots.
real enemy. I
So-
think the Phenomenon thing, I think that's a red herring.
Me too. I don't think
don't think
he's a
he's
bad guy.
I don't think he's.
I think. Do you remember? It's one of the Was it Telltale? There was another game that did something, and I think this is gonna beat for beat be really similar. Where a character, you get close to both of them and they're dating, then one of them breaks up. Or they break up. You end up with the girl, and then like you have to like. No, it's Wolf Among Us with
Yeah.
Snow White and or not Snow White with Beauty and the Beast. You're friends with the Beast, and then you have like Beauty doing all this suspicious stuff,
Yeah.
and you have to like cover for her, and then he thinks you're like cheating. I think that's gonna be similar, where it's like they're gonna break up, then we're gonna have to like be his friend, but he's gonna have suspicions that we're doing more.
Yeah. But so regardless of what happens with Blonde Blazer,
Yeah. You can either
Um,
kiss her or not.
you can kiss her or not. If you kiss her, she basically says like, "Oh, I'm sorry if you misread the situation." Basically,
And you're like, I did.
I didn't think there's any other way to read this, but and she says we have to keep this professional after she literally throws herself at you all
Yeah.
night. But Mecha Man Robert, the guy he is, respectful, says, "Oh, I apologize."
Real good guy.
Slides away, and after that, then it just becomes maybe some back and forth banter. At this point, you don't know that she is actually already in a relationship with this world's equivalent of like Superman.
Yeah.
You're just a normal dude. But she says that we can make you Mecha Man again. We have the resources, the power to do so. All you have to do is come work for us. And she works at the Superhero Dispatch Network.
SDN.
And they are, as far as I can tell, a corporate entity that can be rented out to people to protect them when
Yeah, you
needed.
essentially have like ADT. Is it ADT?
Yeah, they're like ADT or like AAA security.
Yeah. And so it's like,
like,
I'm sending a superhero on the way now.
yeah.
Stay calm.
And that's where the the real game part of it comes into play, because it's like a simulator where each hero that you have is better equipped to deal with things than others, and they throw all these different scenarios at you, and you have to figure out which ones are going to be able to do what.
I really like that. I
So-
liked too how different. So essentially, the supers have stats, right? And you want to try and match the stat to what you think the crime is, and then sometimes too, there'll be like a disruption, and certain superheroes can just override the disruption.
Yeah.
And I like that because it's like, oh, good thing I sent this character because she gets a special. She can name, she's an idol.
Yeah.
Did you send Flambe to the fire?
I didn't send him to do anything.
You could send him back after he starts that fire. You can say,
you could
go-
send him back to
and
fix
there's an option for him to do something, and it failed.
We got off on the wrong
Yeah.
foot. Flambe and me, so I don't like him.
He does. He attacks. He's an aggressive guy.
So he's bad. So that brings up the next point. You're in charge of the Phoenix team or Z team, and what they are is they're all villains that have been Suicide Squad style,
Yeah.
been released from prison for one reason or the other, in order to try and be reformed. So that I mean, just think Suicide Squad. I mean, they're not like they don't have
Bombs or anything.
bombs in their head or anything like that. If they don't,
But they're trying to
follow
be
through.
better.
But they're trying to be better. So they're all a bunch of villains that basically get on parole early, so long as they agree to do this. So they have the threat of being sent back to prison if they don't, if they aren't doing well. But that also adds a dynamic as well because all these superheroes don't know how to deal with them.
Yeah.
And Mecha Man is kind of like, well, I can deal with them. You just gotta let me do it my way instead of your way. You're dealing with them like heroes and not villains.
I liked the writing in it is really good when it comes to Mecha Man. Like he consistently, I'm like, damn, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy, Aaron Paul.
Aaron Paul. But yeah, so then the second episode, because obviously Mecha Man takes the deal, right? Because he wants to be Mecha Man again, because he's still. The motivation, at least for me, that I still see is mainly that he wants to take down Shroud.
I think he's primarily driven by vengeance.
Yeah.
And he's got to be hurt pretty bad. Obviously, he's depressed in the first episode. That Shroud has been in prison for the last 15 years. Nothing to do about it. But the moment Shroud gets out, he just one-ups him like nothing.
Yeah.
And he loses his suit, and basically he can't be a superhero anymore. So you can tell. I mean, he is depressed. It's very clear. They showcase that very well of like what that would feel like. So this hope that he has of maybe being Mecha Man again is driving him. But also, I think he just wants to take out Shroud, like you're saying.
Yeah. So you go into you start your first day in the second episode at the dispatch center, and you meet who's the fast guy?
Trackstar.
Flash. Trackstar.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. I think it's really interesting what they did. He's a speedster, so he's the Flash essentially. But whenever he uses his powers, he also ages faster.
And he didn't realize until it was too late.
So he's in his 30s and he looks like he's 80. But he's like, I guess he used to babysit Mecha Man back in the day. And
could be wrong. I think he is like 9 years older than him.
The Mecha Man?
The Mecha Man, which places Mecha Man right around like 30.
30. Okay.
I think. I don't know where I'm getting that in my head. I felt like I heard him say he was 9 years older than him somewhere in there.
Because I know he said, I'm not even 40 yet. Like, when you call him an old man. He was he vouched for you to this company.
Mm-hmm.
And so you go and you meet him. He introduces you to the team that you're dealing with, and then they kind of throw you out there, and you have to deal with the dispatch. And I really enjoy it. I like the gameplay of it.
No.
At the end, we have Invisigal, which she's going to be the other romance option.
It's definitely going to be Blonde Blazer and Invisigal.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd throw any more in. That seems like
honestly, I might choose her.
Invisigal?
Yeah.
Over Blonde Blazer?
Over Blonde Blazer.
Right now I'd be leaning towards Invisigal because
I don't trust
Blonde Blazer. There's something about her that
why are you flirting on me so hard?
I just feel like she just came on to you really easily.
Really hard.
Like really hard, really quickly. But I don't know, maybe she just finds something admirable about him.
So I saw a theory. I got a bunch of theories we can go over. I saw a theory that the reason they think that is because the Tokyo dinner, that's when she was going to break up with.
That's why she didn't want you to go.
That's why she didn't want you to go, is because she was going to break up with Phenomena Man.
It's a stupid name.
I'm going to say Omni-Man or Invincible
But
Man.
I think that's the idea is he seems like the type that maybe is endearing but dumb.
Yeah.
You know?
So I've seen theories that they think she's going to break up with him, and that's why she didn't want you to go. At the end of the episode, you find out that she has a boyfriend, and that's after you have a choice to ask her to dinner, which I did. Rejected. And like it plays, depending on your choice, if you kissed or not, we figured out.
If you kissed way back in episode 1 on the billboard, then when Phenomenon introduces himself in episode 2, it plays like this tense, dramatic music that makes you feel on edge. Like Phenomenon, the vibe I was getting was like, remember in Invincible season 1 when Omni-Man flew in and was talking to Mark's friend?
Yeah.
Like in the car. That's the vibe I felt with him. The second time I played. First time I played, I didn't kiss Blonde Blazer, and it was totally different vibe. It was super chill, happy music. And it's crazy how much music has an effect on your feelings of a character in a game. But I'm sticking with We Did Kiss
Yeah,
as my
me too.
thing because I think it's going to add some spice to the later episodes, and I'm
Gonna make it nice.
yeah, I'm ready for it.
So he shows up and he like invites you to dinner in Japan at this sushi restaurant, and Blonde Blazer is behind him going like, "No, say no,
Don't do it."
So the theory is that she's gonna break up with him then, and that's why she didn't want you to go.
And I guess in one of the trailers, Phenomenon Man looks like he's depressed. He's like sitting in the locker room looking all sad. So it'll be interesting how that's handled if
Yeah.
when he finds out that you
Kiss.
kissed her like right before she broke up with him. That could potentially, But even if you didn't kiss her, he still might blame you,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, especially
because
if
she's
it's-
into him for sure.
It's like the whole Beauty and the Beast from Wolf Among Us. Like
Yeah.
you care about him. We'll probably end up caring he's going to be lovable or something. And then he finds out stuff and we have to justify it to him. Like, well,
But the thing is Mecha Man, he didn't do anything wrong.
no, he didn't know.
Yeah, he didn't do anything wrong. So, yeah, we'll see how that plays out. I am interested to see how his relationship with the villains play out, particularly in Visigal.
Because so she disobeys you in episode 2. You tell her to do one thing, she always chooses the opposite.
It fails no matter what.
Fails no matter what. And so at the end, not Mark, that's from Invincible. Robert.
It's very inspired by, I would say, Invincible, maybe a little bit of
The Boys.
The Boys and Vox Machina. I'm just getting it's all three of those almost kind of wrapped into one.
But I'm digging it. I like it. But yeah, so Mecha Man gets in an argument with Invisigal at the end of the episode where you can like tell her off. Pretty much, you always have to tell her off in some form,
Yeah.
and and she hits you, and then
She does it cleverly because she turns invisible, opens the door, make you think she left, and then she appears and just punches him in the
Yeah.
face.
Which granted, he kind of deserved it for being an ass like that. I mean, but she also didn't follow orders, but he was being a little hard. But
He was being a little hard, but he was definitely in the right.
yeah, he's working with villains. So
That's a hot take. I think that he was justified in how he talked to her.
I think he was justified. I think he could have chilled it out a little bit, in my opinion.
She wouldn't have responded to that.
She gave him a donut
Yeah, and she also squished it.
afterwards.
Nah.
But so she gets upset, and then that leads us into what episode 3 and 4 are about is you're now going to try and bring this team of villains, to be good.
Yeah. Do you think that he's actually going to become Mecha Man at the end, or is it going to be one of those like he learns who he is without the suit?
No, I think he is.
I hope it's not one of those types of stories.
Learns who he is without the suit.
Yeah, like he doesn't need the suit to be Mecha Man. Like he is special just as he is. I hope it's not. I want him to just be Mecha Man again.
I think he is. I think it's gonna. If I had to place money, I would say that something's gonna happen at the end where he has to be Mecha Man again
Yeah.
to save the day. He has to go in and save somebody from something.
It feels very almost anime. Like the story so far, it feels like it could be like an anime, but I mean it's Western animation, and the voice acting is really good in it so far. Even the side characters, which I didn't expect, if I'm gonna be honest,
Yeah.
because like whenever they get like YouTubers to like voice characters, they just don't do as well.
Not usually, but
But so far, I don't think there's any particular weak links or anything. They all seem to be doing really well in it. But especially, obviously, Aaron Paul. What's the guy's name that voices Trackstar? He played Commissioner
know.
Gordon in the Batman with Robert Pattinson.
oh, that's him.
That's him. Yeah.
I don't know his name.
What is that guy's name? It's gonna kill me. But Laura Bailey, of course, who
Yeah.
of her renown. and then all the Critical Role people are voicing little characters here and there. I think Matt Mercer is
he-
voicing Shroud.
Shroud?
I think he's
I
gonna
thought he
voice-
was voicing. Who's voicing Omni-Man?
That's one of the Critical Role guys.
Okay.
It's not Matt Mercer though.
I thought that was Matt Mercer.
Jeffrey Wright.
Jeffrey Wright.
Jeffrey Wright
Dang.
voices Trackstar.
And he's good. I love Trackstar already. Trackstar, this is my theory time. I'm getting the feeling he's gonna spend the rest of his life to save you or some bullshit like that.
Do you think he's gonna? Yeah, he's gonna use his speed
One last time.
one last time, but he has to go so far that it just kills him.
Maybe.
Honestly, I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see it. But some people are looking at the trophies and like achievements
Ah.
to like get spoilers because they already released like the names of them, and so like people are looking at it like, oh, that means this is gonna happen,
Yeah.
or that means this is gonna happen. But I'm actually, for once in my life, I'm just letting
Not
things
spoiling
happen
it?
organically.
So I've got two theories here that I found online, and I thought they're pretty good. First one, some people think that Invisigal is the one who put the bomb on your back as Mecha Man.
Interesting.
That would add some like drama,
Would that be forgivable?
and like maybe that was the moment that caused her to want to change.
Change. Do you think if that was revealed, would you forgive her?
Yeah.
No.
No,
You're too nice.
I mean you're
I'd kill
talking
her.
to the Songbird guy.
You're talking to the Songbird.
I can forgive Songbird.
forgive a lot. Do you? I mean, right now, are you leaning more towards maybe Blonde Blazer's just into you, or do you think that she's in bed with the enemy?
Honestly, I thought she was just into me until you brought it up. So
Everything just happened a little too conveniently.
that makes sense now. But when my initial playthrough, I was like, damn, I got that Riz.
I got that Riz.
I'm just that good.
The music they play helps influence emotions, and so every time they have a moment, they play really beautiful, like orchestral synth music.
Yeah.
But from the very first playthrough, I just felt like something was weird. Something was fishy with her.
So my other theory that I saw, Waterboy or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Did you notice that he knows, like he recognized you,
Yeah.
and you originally met him as Mecha Man?
Yeah.
People think that he's somehow an evil guy. I don't buy that one. I don't know.
I think he's gonna die.
You think he's gonna die?
Yeah.
I think
I think he's gonna die because
he's gonna go on our team.
I hate to say this, but he's the perfect kind of character to kill off to rally a group of people
Makes sense.
because he's like just got that innocence.
He's-
and he's young and he is nervous and scared. And those in writing fiction, those are the types of people that you kill off to rally a group of people.
He's like this pathetic guy who sweats a lot. And
His superpower is being really wet and
Yeah.
moist.
he throws up water,
He throws up water. I don't know if he can like
summon water, or if it's just.
what the extent is, what he
Yeah.
can do with that. It might be pretty useless, but
I do like so far. What do you think of their power system?
I like it. I like, so not looking at like the stats. I like how they balance a lot of things. Like
Well, yeah.
for, like Invisigal,
With she has to hold her breath.
she can only be invisible when she holds her breath, and she also has asthma. So like,
It's like oof.
yeah,
damn.
So that's interesting.
And then same with Trackstar. He can run
Trackstar-
fast, but he ages himself.
everything, not everything, but majority of these powers there seems to be a give and take. And so, we'll see what happens. Obviously, the group of people you're trying to manage, they're not on the level of like
Phenomenon Man.
Phenomenon or even Blonde Blazer. Like they are kind of like B tier.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
You have a guy that turns into a bat
yeah.
and then back to Harvard. He went to Harvard.
He went to Harvard and he talks about it all the time because he.
It's pretty funny. I liked it.
And his, weirdly enough, he's like the most charismatic person.
Yeah.
If you send him to all the talking ones, he passes it with flying colors every time, except for when he's in bat form. So you got to make sure
Yeah.
that he's not in bat form. It's just That's interesting. Flambe is stereotypical fire guy. He's heat resistant. Kind of a dick.
Yeah.
But another good example is Punch Up, where he was granted the power of 10 men, but half the size of one, so he's 3'3",
But he's strong.
but he's as strong as 10 men. So like, they all have stuff like that. Yeah, it's interesting.
I kind of like it though. I wonder, do you think Blonde Blazer has a drawback?
I don't know. We'll find out. I don't think she's ever going to be a character that'll ever be in the field for you.
I think Waterboy is
Waterboy.
at some point because we watched the trailer. The trailer's out for episode 3 and 4, and in it, Blonde Blazer tells Mecha Man that he has to cut somebody from the team.
Yeah.
And I think at that point, maybe Waterboy becomes part of the team because I can picture it now where everybody's making fun of him, and you have to be like, chill out, guys. Like,
Yeah.
yes,
I think he's going to join the team. If he does, he's going to die. I really feel like he's going to die. I just don't.
I could see it.
I feel like he's going to join the team. He's going to be so happy.
You don't think he's evil?
I don't think he's evil. I think he is going to be the character
think
that
he's evil
dies.
I could see him dying though.
Blonde Blazer, I think, is evil. I think one of the heroes is going to flip. One of the Phoenix team's going to flip. I don't know who yet. I want to say Flambe, but that feels too on the nose. But I think one of them's going to flip. And I think Invisigal and you are going to build a really tight relationship.
Yeah.
And I think Phenomenon is a red herring. I don't think that he's...
I think so.
They want you to feel like he's going to be the secret villain, but I don't think so.
One thing I will say that we didn't talk about yet is choices in this one. So far, they haven't been hugely different, like outcomes.
The story pretty much happens the same no
Yeah.
matter what.
I do think Phenomenon. I bet I can imagine there's 2 vastly different outcomes with him,
Yeah.
depending on how you handle whatever happens. I think he could either hate you or like be your best bud.
Yeah. Maybe. I could see it going both ways.
Same with the Waterboy guy.
Yeah. Blonde Blazer. I don't know. It's just. I also
Too
feel
convenient.
yeah, it's too convenient, and I also feel like I think they're trying too hard to make you feel like she's the one that you should be romancing.
Mm.
And I feel like whenever they do that, it's not good.
It's because they're gonna bait and switch you.
Yeah, and then surprise, she's secretly
Hitler.
yeah, like I think it'll be like she's working with Shroud.
So
I heard a theory that
I wonder if it was the same one I was gonna bring up. Go ahead.
on who Shroud is.
Yes.
What's the theory?
So mine, I just thought of this when we were talking about it. I'm sure it's existed before. Not saying I created it.
I created this theory.
He doesn't talk. We don't see his face. He could be your dad.
So that's the theory I'd heard, that your dad is actually Shroud, which is why, and the reason that there's some credence to that is in the very beginning.
He only wants the core.
He only wants the core of Mecha Man's suit, and he doesn't kill you when he easily could. And they even bring it up, like, why didn't he kill you? And he's like, well, I guess he didn't have any need to once they got my suit. And he knew exactly the specs of the suit. He's like, he's at 28%.
Yeah.
And then you look and it was exactly where he said it would be. Like, he knew the suit a little too well. I think that Shroud is actually your dad. And
I could see it.
He faked his own death.
Why though?
Exactly. He went to prison for 15 years. So
SDN.
they would.
Superhero Dispatch Network.
What if Shroud is actually a good guy?
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe he's going to be the
And-
good guy.
And Blonde Blazer is
Is a bad guy?
Phenomenon.
I think Phenomenon could go either side though. Like I think depending on your choices, he
If
might
that's
be
the case,
with
then
you or
Blonde
against
Blazer
you.
is definitely the main villain of the series. And Shroud's actually the good guy.
Yeah,
He's
because we
actually
haven't
dead.
been introduced to anybody that could take up that role if they do that.
Yeah.
Like besides Blonde Blazer,
Uh-huh.
which if you romance her, that makes it much more tragic.
What if they added an evil ending?
Maybe.
And you romance her and you just fight your dad anyways.
Like screw you, Dad.
It might not. This might be going down a rabbit hole. Like, this might not be anything this like
Yeah.
weaving.
We're theorizing.
We're theorizing here.
way out there.
But I could definitely see that happening. In which case, Invisigal would be the way to go in that romance.
I think I'm going to choose her.
But maybe SDN is evil. Your Shroud is actually your dad. Maybe they
And-
killed Shroud. And then maybe SDN killed Shroud. And then framed his dad, made him the new Shroud. And then
Why
set
would they
it
release
up.
him for prison?
There has to be some kind of... Well, he escaped.
Oh, he escaped.
He didn't get released. Shroud escaped from prison.
Okay. Yeah.
But it is... that's the only thing that makes me buy into that theory a little bit is, for one, how well he knows the Mecha Man suit. And then for two, why he didn't kill
Yeah.
Mecha Man. When it would have been all too easy.
And I mean, I'm sure we're going to learn more about it, but that core,
Why do you need
it
that
seemed
core?
really important. Like
Yeah.
they had a name for it. I don't remember it.
I don't know.
Plasmium core.
Something core. Whatever it is, it's something that his family developed that no one's ever been able to replicate. And it was stolen, and that's part of the reason why Mecha Man can't be Mecha Man anymore, because he doesn't know how to make one from scratch. That
And he's
core.
broke.
And he's broke. He has no money, no resources. I do like that they show how capable he is, even if he doesn't have the suit. The very first fight scene in the show, he's not even in the Mecha Man suit. He takes out like 5 or 6 thugs,
Yeah. All on foot.
stealth style, and he gets in a fight with them. So like that also lends credence to the fact when Invisigal's like, you don't know what it's like to put your life on the line. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean he doesn't know what it's like to put his life on the line? He's a dude, a normal guy, and he's out there, you know, like
Fighting every day.
fighting every day.
Can't
He's
hold
in
his
the
breath.
suit, out of the suit.
Turn invisible.
So I'm really excited to see where it goes. I'll
And
be
it-
excited to see like if there's any other characters that become like more prominent. It's hard to say at this point which of the heroes I think are going to be more involved in the story than others. Flambe seems like he's going to be like they're kind of building him up like he's going to be something significant, whether
Yeah.
it's good or bad. I don't know. I think you're right on the Trackstar thing. I think he's going to end up killing himself.
Sacrificing.
Yeah.
This one's for you, kid.
For you, kid, and he's gonna, you know.
Run really fast.
There is a trophy that I did see called that said "I'm sorry, kid,"
Oh, no.
and so there's only 2 instances of kid being used: Trackstar talking to Mecha Man, but also Mecha Man talking to Waterboy, calls him kid.
Oh.
So it can go either way.
You go either way. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm sorry, kid. What if Trackstar is evil?
Trackstar Shroud.
I think Shroud's also a red herring.
What if the naked guy comes back? Radiation Man.
Yeah, is it Radiation Man? I thought it was
I don't know what
it was
his name-
Toxic Man.
Yeah, no, Toxic.
It was Toxic. Yeah. So his superpowers, I mean, he's actually super powerful, seemingly invulnerable.
Yeah.
But also when he goes into his toxic form, all his clothes melt off, and then his dick's just
He's hanging
swinging.
dong.
It's just hanging brain.
And they show it.
Yeah.
They show it quite often.
Yeah, that's an example of like the humor that that's in like Vox Machina.
Oh, and I
things
can
like
imagine
that.
like the donut part.
Yeah, the donut
You're
part.
like, I
too.
love jelly donuts, and she's like, oh, so you like squirters?
Yeah, he's like, I love it in my mouth and butt,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you didn't need to say that. Like that seems a little excessive. Like he just said that purely for the sake of like having a haha moment.
Yeah.
Like it was such a unrealistic exchange.
What do you think's going on with Granny's?
Something.
Because they were trying to break in to the back of Granny's Donuts.
So there's 2 things. One, why would they be attacking his store like that? And then 2,
Granny's
why did his cameras have advanced security on it? So he's hiding something. Yeah.
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out. Granny is Shroud.
Granny's Shroud. Depending how he was injured, Did you do both options?
I did. So the first time I did it to where like his arm got
Yeah.
blasted, and then the second time I did it where his like nuts got
His
burned
nut-
off. And I was like, ooh.
I'm keeping the nuts one
Yeah.
because that was my last one. But yeah, I did the arm and then I did the
Yeah.
nuts.
His butt's all just hanging out after the. What did she say? She's like, he's kind of caked up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think anyone would actually say that.
Thanks, Invisigal. Invisibitch.
Invisibitch. That was her villain name was Invisibitch before she was rebranded into Invisigal.
Do you think we're gonna meet any more main characters, or do you think we've met the whole cast?
I don't think there's going to be any more main characters other than Phenomenon Man was barely in it. I think he's going to be more prominent
Yeah.
coming up. But I think this is pretty much it, other than them showcasing a lot more of like what's happening with Shroud and stuff. So yeah, we'll see what happens with there. What do you want to see out of the next episodes?
I want to see them be longer.
Yeah.
I would guess more development with the team, with Robert, like him going into the team of villains and building a relationship with them. Because I feel like that's going to be like the meat, you know, of the series is that bond he creates with them. So I really want to see that. I obviously want time. I want to see them start to branch off a little bit more too, like choice wise. Like,
I would like to see a little more variation because, like I said, I played through it twice, and no matter what you do, it pretty much plays out the exact same.
well, like I would love to see it give us. I don't know if we did necessarily do episode 3 and 4, but maybe 5 and 6. Have it be like, okay, branch off of like Invisigal and Blonde Blazer of like not even a date, but just like a hangout with them, and you have to choose one over the other, and then you spend time with them.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
What do you want to see?
I want to see more action with Mecha Man.
Yeah,
I want to see him in the field. I want to see him doing stuff, but like I don't know if it's that type of game.
I think it's gonna be at the end
But I liked in the very beginning, like the fight scene.
when he kicks that guy.
Yeah, like I like all of the. I like that. I like seeing that. And I like the dispatch part of it too. But I do want to see more Mecha Man getting in the nitty gritty of things.
I want to see. Yeah, I want to see him be more involved because, like you can already tell, he's probably gonna get restless really easy, not being able to help out these other heroes.
Yeah, and like I said, these are like B tier heroes, and he was more of like an A tier hero.
Yeah.
So like you can tell that he's like getting frustrated at their lack of skill.
And that he can't help him.
Yeah.
Like with Invisigal, she was struggling fighting one dude.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I mean, she's just a chick.
Yeah.
You know, that could turn invisible, and you know that in his head he was like, if I had my suit, like,
He'd be done.
yeah. He probably. I mean, he's also fought a lot of people without the suit. He probably could have taken them out even without the suit.
Did you fight the goons in the beginning?
Yeah.
The Skittles group or whatever he calls them.
I did. Yeah.
You get your ass whooped.
To be fair, he just woke up from like a coma.
Yeah.
He had a broken arm. He could barely walk. There was really no other way that was going to go. But to me, I wanted to kind of make him like the character that it doesn't matter. He just wants to stand up for what's right.
Yeah. Same.
Like Captain America-esque.
Just get
Yeah.
back up.
I could do this all day. Yeah. That's the vibe that I feel like. And that's also, that led to a lot of my choices was from that perspective. Like I took ownership with the Granny situation with Blonde Blazer. I said I could have done better.
Yeah.
And then like when she asked, why do you do it? And like when they're sitting on the billboard, I said, I just want to help people.
Yeah. Same.
Like,
I
yeah.
chose the exact same ones.
Yeah, so I think we did pretty similarly. That's the version of him that I'm constructing.
'Cause he's just a selfless guy.
Yeah, he just wants to help.
Did you? I didn't even think about it as ratting out Invisigal. Did you rat her out?
No,
That she punched you?
I took ownership of it.
When I first did it, I thought I was just like, yeah, I'll tell her the truth. No reason to hide it. And I was
Oh,
like,
did it say like
and it
you
said
rat her out?
you and 18% ratted out Invisible Girl. I was like, ratted out. I was like, oh no.
It's gonna come up when they're arguing over you.
So that's why my second time through,
Yeah.
I didn't rat her out.
I answered that question when she said, "Why is your nose bleeding?" I answered that very similarly to how I would in my own life. So I manage a small team, and if my boss came to me complaining about something that one of my team members have done, generally 9 times out of 10, I take ownership of it and say that it's on me.
Yeah.
And so if they came to me and said like, "Why is this happening?" I would say, "Oh, it's because I didn't ensure blah blah blah," and then I'll handle that. But I don't need my boss chewing out my team.
Well, so is Blonde Blazer your boss? Is she
Technically, yeah, because she's in charge of that whole division.
okay?
So she's like your boss.
See, I was under the impression that she just like
colleague?
worked there.
I got the she's your boss vibe the moment they said let's do a debrief with her, and she was sitting on the boss side of the desk.
Makes sense. Here I'm like, man, she's in love with me.
You're just so like enamored by her that you're like just it's all just going over your head.
She just wants to talk to me, you know.
So that's why when she asked like, "Why is your nose bleeding?" I said, "Oh, the air's dry."
I said that was
I
what I
was
said
like,
the
"The
second
air's
time.
dry." She's like, "Oh, I'll get facilities on it." Because
Trackstar's
if I was in that situation in real life, that's what I would have done probably. And then at the end was like, "You didn't rat out Invisigal." I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah.
Like,
cool."
nice. They have stats.
You were like, "It was Invisa, bitch. She punched me.
she did it.
Mommy!" Jump into Blonde Blaze's arms. She flies away.
Help me. So did you say yes at all to go to Blonde Blazer and like dinner?
I didn't.
I wonder what happens if you do.
I did look it up because I was curious, and she steps in and was like, "Oh, I don't think that he can go because we can't adjust the reservations this soon." And then he kind of like pushes back and he's like, like nonsense or whatever. And then she's like, "Also, he doesn't have any powers, and if we fly over there at your speed, it'll kill him." And he's like, "Oh, is his fragile being too small to handle my flight or whatever?" And then he's like, "I apologize."
It's like, you're so small.
And it kind of plays into a lot of that, like, you, the guy that she's into, like meme. That's what it kind of feels like. So it makes it feel even more like that. And then instead of whispering to you, like, "Thank you," the way she does, if you try and go, then she whispers to you, she goes, "What the fuck?" Like she says, like she whispers that to you instead.
And then Blonde Blazer will remember that.
Yeah, we'll remember that. And it might it throws a percentage, and now it's harder to romance her because
She
did
hates
that.
you.
She hates you now.
So what I learned is that this development studio, Ad Hoc,
Mhm.
they were the ones making Wolf Among Us season 2.
They were doing Wolf Among Us season 2.
And then it
They're
got
the
put on hold.
ones that they weren't the ones that finished it though.
Is it even finished?
Yeah, didn't it finish?
No, season 2.
I thought it got finished by a different studio.
Like the second Wolf Among Us 2. Because I read that they were the initial ones working on it, and then it got put on indefinite hold.
So basically, switch.
Because we saw the trailer for it. I forget when.
Games repeatedly denied. Well, they're still denying cancellation.
Okay.
It's still technically going to come out, but it's because Telltale essentially fired their whole team.
Oh.
I think. I could be misquoting the drama. There was drama behind it.
Well, I think
It was something to do with either the whole team left mid-development or they all got let go. But either way, the Wolf Among Us season 2 got basically it's being reworked from the ground up without them. I'm sure the drama's all over the internet.
Yeah.
If you want to look it up and figure out what's going on with that. But there does seem to be a lot of goodwill towards this game so far. A lot of people are really enjoying it. It's got Jacksepticeye voicing a character.
Really?
Yeah, it's got
Have we
Moist
run into
Critical.
him yet?
He voices Punch Up. That's Jacksepticeye.
I see it now. Moist Critical's voicing? Who's he voicing?
Sonar the bat. You can't hear him. It sounds just like
I don't watch
you don't really
him.
watch him.
Yeah.
He's got he doesn't voice act
You
at
gonna finish
all.
those twinks?
He just talks how he talks.
Yeah.
What's her name? Alana Pierce.
Alana Pearson.
She voices the
Karlak.
basically Karlak.
Yeah.
The Karlak at home.
I want Karlak.
We have Karlak at home. She and then Young Gravy voices a character. Who does Young Gravy voice? I forget.
Like Flambe.
No, he doesn't voice Flambe. I don't even really know anything about Young Gravy. I've just seen his name a lot.
Who is he? Is he a music star?
I think he's a music guy. I don't really know. Let's see. Young Erin Yvette. She voiced a character in The Wolf Among Us. She voices Blonde Blazer.
Okay.
Yeah, Sean McLaughlin voices Punch Up. Do you know Joel Haver?
Yeah.
He's Waterboy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then Laura Bailey. Yeah, Jeffrey Wright is Chase, Lana Pierce. Young Gravy voices Gollum. The
That we barely hear anything from.
okay. the construct of mud and trash.
I like him. He reminds me of Clayface,
Yeah.
look-wise.
And then all of the people from Critical Role, they all voiced like they do like side voices.
Does it say who Matt Mercer is?
Matt Mercer is Shroud,
So you're right.
according to IMDb.
Your dad.
Matt Mercer. I think Shroud's your dad.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
It's got to be.
Ashley Johnson voices Brain Book. They voice all those characters in the test one you do.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's all the Critical Role people. They all voice
Oh.
those characters like in the tryout one.
When you have Phenomenon.
Yeah. Phenomenon is Travis Willingham. He is from Critical Role. And he also voiced Grog on Vox Machina if you ever get around to watching that. So yeah. And of course Laura Bailey. She is from Critical Role, but she's also from every game ever
Who's she voicing?
made. Visigal.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. Every time Laura Bailey voices a character.
I like her.
First time I ever played a game that had Laura Bailey in it was Skyrim. She played Serana, the vampire chick.
Oh.
Yeah.
One of the few like main characters you can romance.
Yeah.
Well, DLC main characters.
And then Laura Bailey also voiced Nadine in Uncharted 4. The chick that it's scripted for her to beat you up.
Yep.
And that's
can't
so
win.
annoying. You can't win. Hate that.
Did you beat Ghost Yote?
I did not. I'm not going to lie to you. I got a little deflated after our conversation.
Oh,
I haven't
sorry.
played it since.
I'm sorry.
I'll get back into it eventually, but
I still think you should finish it.
I probably should, right? I mean, I paid money for it.
Yeah.
I put a good amount of hours into it, but after hearing your take, it kind of doused the
Took the
flame
wind
a little bit.
out of your sails.
A little bit. And then this game came out, and I started playing Baldur's Gate again. I'm just a creature of habit, you know.
What's your Baldur's Gate build this time?
I am actually running a bard
Okay.
playthrough, and I am just persuading my way through everything, and I love it. It's so fun how you can
Howdy,
basically talk
lads.
your way.
On my way.
Howdy, lads. Ah, thanks, Slice and Dice Killer.
Wonder who
Thanks for
that
letting
could
us
be.
know. I don't know.
Hopefully we get to meet him someday.
You know, one day we're gonna have to finish our Baldur's Gate playthrough.
One day.
It's been a year since
We should.
we made it all the way to Act 2.
We didn't even finish Guild Wars.
Eh. I'm just kidding.
No, you got to look in the camera and be like, eh. That was for you.
Baldur's Gate. Eventually, we need to finish that.
It'd be fun to get Billy in it, though. Like, I would like to have us all three, because you can.
Yeah. I think he's just expressive. That's just not his thing. He's not a fan of
Dialogue.
RPing anything, dialogue.
We'd be chatting up people and
He
be like,
would
come
hate-
on, guys.
He would hate Dispatch.
Oh, yeah.
It would drive him insane.
I don't know. Do you think, though, if he turned off QuickTime Events and just assumed that it was a show?
So if he approached it with, this is not a game.
This is a show.
This is a show.
With choices.
Yeah, like Bandersnatch.
Yeah.
You know, like, or the Markiplier thing. Like, maybe. But he would have to be fully convinced it's not a game.
Yeah.
It's
Because
not a
otherwise it'd
game.
be like, the game. There's no gameplay.
Yeah.
What value does this add to my life?
And out of all the interactive dramas that I played, this one is the least game of them all,
Yeah.
too. This one is...
So, we have Ad Hoc, we have Telltale, which I don't know if they still exist.
No.
And then we have
Quantic Dream
Quantic Dream,
and Supermassive Games.
which makes your favorite?
So I think as a whole, Telltale, I've really liked my singular favorite interactive drama is Detroit Become Human. I really like Detroit
Great
Become
game.
Human. That's Quantic Dream. But Telltale has, like, I think maybe it has a special place in my heart because The Walking Dead was the first game of that type that I played.
And it
Yeah.
did feel like your choices really,
It felt like it, yeah.
like the whole
had an
Clementine
impact.
part. Oh,
Yeah. So it's
That's
hard
still
to
burned
it's
into my
hard to
brain.
say. Yeah, it's hard to say. I think that Supermassive. I think that they're fun. It's like a fun, good time, but I wouldn't like be like, oh man, The Quarry is one of the greatest games.
good.
You know, like it's not like that for me. Like they're fun, they're good, but it's not on the level I think of some other choice-based games. Detroit Become Human was special to me. I don't know what it was.
I need to
something about
replay
that game, but it
do it
was
again.
so good, and it was one of the few that was like really truly branching.
yeah.
Like there were so many different ways that can go. I loved the performances in that game. I loved the whole like the android versus human like aspect of it. I love the symbolism. I loved that there are 3 different fully fleshed out stories that could be a game in themselves.
Yeah.
It was just a really good game. I also like Beyond Two Souls.
I thought that
was
one was good. It's interesting, that one. Did you ever try and play it 2-player?
I did. I played it with my wife. I was the ghost.
Were you
Oh.
being a nuisance?
I would like do things that I felt like made sense for the story. Like in the party when she got bullied,
Uh-huh.
I took full revenge on those kids. Cuz I feel like Aiden was like, it was almost like her, what would you call it? What's the part of your thought process that like is like not ruled by emotion, but are ruled only by emotion? Is that your ego or? God, it's been so long since I was in psychology.
Id and ego.
Whether that's it or ego, I don't know. I felt like Aiden was like that. He was like her emotions, and so
just
like
uncaged.
yeah. So I feel like Aiden was, whenever I was controlling him, I was acting how I felt she felt on the inside, but she couldn't control it because he had his own, you know. So that's how I did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Quantic Dream, are they the ones making the Star Wars?
Yeah,
Eclipse?
but I mean, I don't even know if that's still happening. There's been
Nothing.
nothing on it. Star Wars games have notoriously been all over the place. We don't know what's going to happen with that. So I'm not holding out for that. I think it'll may or may not ever even come out.
Do you think there's a future for ad hoc?
To do after this,
Uh-huh.
I think this is. I don't know what their numbers are looking like, but I think that this has secured a pretty good future for them. To make
I
stuff.
hope so, because I think it's a market that hasn't been tapped into fully. Like we discussed all the development studios that do it, but even then they release far and few between. Telltale got kind of, if I remember, they got kind of screwed over because they were owned by somebody and then everybody got fired or something like that. And it wasn't because of them, it was because the parent company went out of business or something like that.
Yeah.
So I hope so. I do want them to. I would like it if it was more gamified a little bit. It's leaning a little bit too close to show
Yeah.
for me, but that's fine. I still like it.
Yeah. This is the first interactive drama I played that you can't even walk around
Yeah.
or control a character. I think that also is why people feel like it's short, because it plays out like a TV show. If they gave you some agency of the character to walk around like the offices and stuff
Yeah.
like that, it would feel long.
I for sure thought they were gonna put me in the office and say, okay, walk around.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
Just like a TV show.
It's all pre-rendered animation.
Looks
so
pretty.
On the plus side of that, it looks really good. It looks like you're watching like a Western animation in the vein of like Invincible. I would say that's what it most closely resembles looks
Art
style wise. Yeah. So I think it works for what they're doing. But if I had a choice, I would like to be more, have a little more control over the character just to make it feel a little bit more like a game. But if I set that expectation aside and I tell myself this is a TV show that I have some control in the narrative, then I think it's worth the price.
Well, and I just have to think about it. Like the books I read, that's a book. I have way less control of like gamifying it, but I feel like the choices are a lot more.
Yeah. The most
often.
game thing about this is the simulation, the dispatcher simulation game.
How do you feel about leveling up the heroes?
I do feel like, I don't know how often you level up, but I do feel like for certain characters, it'll be super easy to get them to the point where you could just send them to do everything.
Yeah.
And I do think that takes away a little bit from the strategy of it. I kind of like the idea of, for me, it'd almost be better if each character could only level up specific things so that you could it still took
They're still
strategy to figure out.
specialized. Yeah.
But you can get it to where, like, if you send the same person to do everything, then you just max them out.
As
and
a
then,
full circle.
yeah, and then they could just do whatever. And that kind of babies it down a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if later on they introduce like a hard mode or something.
With the dispatch.
Yeah, with the dispatch portion of it.
Have like a Five Nights at Freddy's, what was it called?
Nightmare mode.
Nightmare mode or 2020, where you could set the difficulty of each night.
Yeah.
Speaking superpowers though, if you could have a superpower.
If I could have a superpower.
Yeah.
We talked about this on the podcast before.
We did.
We did.
I don't remember what your answer was.
I don't remember what my answer was either. So clearly I wasn't that into whatever I said. But I remember Billy's. Do you remember what his was?
No.
His was, because I remember thinking like, only him.
Only
When he
him.
said this, he says, if I had superpowers, it'd be the power of influence.
I do remember that.
Yeah, he's like, I'd have the ability to influence.
Dealing with the dumb fucking questions.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither. I'm off. But the power to influence.
Power to influence.
I know. I think
I said gravity manipulation or something like that.
I said probability.
Probability. I do remember you saying that now.
That'd be a cool one.
I think selfishly, if I'd had the ability to fly, that'd be fun.
I would love to fly, and you
Yeah.
can do that with gravity manipulation.
Yeah. You make it'd be harder to control which way you're going, but
True.
if you have a wingsuit,
You could turn on gravity
You
going
can
one
alter
way.
your gravity to be like, yeah, where you push one way or something,
Yeah.
or it's constantly on and off. And then you just start
Just
cooking.
gliding.
Yeah. Gravity manipulation, I feel like, could be really powerful too. All of a sudden, you just make somebody weigh 500 pounds. That
Just kill them.
yeah, just, that could actually be like, that's more like a super villain power.
There's one of the books I read. That's the power you have, and you don't realize it till like the later books. But there's some pretty sick stuff you do once you realize it. Like, they never explain, granted, how you propel yourself, as we were trying to talk about. But you essentially turn yourself into a human rocket and just like ram into this dude. Pretty sick. I enjoyed it.
But imagine also, if your gravity manipulation is not like god tier level, like there's some like setbacks to it, or you can only do it for so long or whatever. You could even do things like where you're punching somebody and you make your fist weigh,
Yeah.
just on impact weigh like 1,000 pounds, and they go launching, just stuff like that.
Damn. Could you shoot lasers? Can you make lasers with intense gravity?
I think that if you had gravity manipulation as a power, I think you would have to throw in like some kind of caveat, like you wouldn't be able to just
Every
have
time you do it, you
godlike
fart.
control over it. Like it would be. That's the kind of humor that's in.
Yeah.
It's in Dispatch.
You'd be like,
But flying would be fun. Another thing that would be fun would be super speed,
super strength. I mean,
super strength, Superman.
be Superman
Just be Superman.
every day.
You say what you want about Superman, but I think Flash beats Superman 9 times out
Oh,
of 10.
100%.
People sleep on him. So
And
much.
I hate that they try to make it seem like it's close. It's not.
It's not. Flash can get way faster than Superman.
Now, if you tell me about Superman that the Christopher Reeves one, I don't know, because the speed required to turn the Earth backwards, he might be close. He rewound time
That's just nonsensical.
Yeah.
Like that's
by
just,
making get out of my chair. Well, you're not in here. Once
This
you're
guy.
in here, I'll move.
this guy. Another reason I don't want Phenomenon to be the main villain is I am getting a little tired of Superman is evil.
Just the Omni-Man.
The Omni-Man, Homelander.
Homelander.
Like, I'm kind of getting worn down on that story.
Me too. I mean,
That's why I like
It's a
Superman
good
the movie
story.
so much, because it's back to how it should be.
because Invincible was amazing,
Yeah,
and then The Boys is also really good.
but if they do that with this, it'll just feel like a rip off of that.
especially with how he has the mustache,
Right.
Omni-Man.
I think they're so like overtly trying to make you feel Omni-Man vibes with him that like
It's a red herring.
they're doing it on purpose. I think he's gonna end up being your bro.
Do you think we're gonna talk more to the other side characters? Because we barely got to talk to the knife chick.
We haven't really got to talk to any of them really. Episodes 3 and 4 do seem like they're setting it up to have more of a dialogue though. It's opening up with him having a conference on Monday with them where he talks to them in person. That's part of the downside too. He says I haven't even met these people in person really,
Yeah.
except for a few of them, and it's not been like formal or anything like that. So I think it'll depend on your choices on who those characters are though. They talk to. You're gonna have to cut one of them right off the bat.
Do you
it
think
seems
we're
like.
gonna have? We can choose anybody, or do you think it's like we can choose two people?
If they give you a choice, who are you cutting?
Probably Flambe.
I feel like they want you to.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's gonna. I think that they're gonna give you the illusion of choice, and somehow Flambe is gonna get cut no matter what, and he's gonna go to the evil side.
Who would you cut?
I hate to do it to Jacksepticeye, but Punch Up is not really doing it for me right now.
True. He was strong. He has good. Didn't he have good chat stats too?
Was he? Did he have charisma?
I think he had charisma.
I think he had strength and vigor. Like he had good defense and strength. But he might have had charisma too. But I got Sonar and Prism for charisma.
Prism is amazing
Yeah.
for charisma. She's just like, what's up?
Sonar is intelligent, which is funny. He doesn't
Harvard.
give that vibe, but he is. He's got like the most brain of the
Did
whole.
you let him go with the guy, the CEO?
I did.
What? I don't.
I did. He did it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What happens?
He gets 200% bonus, and then he like gets to pitch products to the Vanderstain guy, and the Vanderstain guy actually like was like, this is not bad. Like, so I don't know if it has any effect on the story, but he wanted to go so bad that I was like, because the first time I sent him and it failed, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna send him.
Oh.
And then the second time I sent him, because it was one of those ones where you send and then you have a choice on like
Oh, okay.
how he should
The
behave.
disruption.
Yeah, and so I chose a different one and he succeeded. But also I found those percentages, that really is just a percentage of likelihood it'll work. Because the second time I played, I did the exact same choice for Prism and she failed on something. Because she had like a 65% chance of success.
Oh, okay.
And the first time I played, I got everything. Oh no, I got everything but the Sonar thing right. And Prism got this thing right. And so the second time I played, I chose Prism for the same exact thing, and the ball landed in a different spot. And so it really is just a 65% chance of success. It's not like a guaranteed anything.
So when I sent Flambe to put out the fire that he started, he fails it, right? The fire actually grows, and it starts another mission to put out the fire. So I wonder if that's like, if all of them happen like that, where if you fail it, it might start another thing.
I sent
Golem.
I sent Invisigal
For the fire?
for the fire because I was like, fuck it. And then I just chose the hose thing, and she has just enough stats to get past with the hose. I sent Coupe. I sent her on to get the ferry, the boat. She got that. I sent Sonar to do all the Vanderstink stuff, and he succeeded in all the Vanderstink stuff. I sent Prism to do pretty much anything else that required charisma.
Did you send Prism to the bar?
No, I sent Punch Up and Malevola. Is that her
Okay.
name? Which I think was overkill because it gave you 2 slots. I don't think you even needed that.
Yeah, because you get the disruption.
Yeah.
So yeah, with that one, I can have Prism. She offers like to come up with a name for them, and then we hear it. I don't remember what it was.
I chose the one where they became like the fight men or something like
The
that.
Fight Men.
Yeah, like it was like they formed a fight group called the Fight Men or something. I was like, that's stupid.
You're like, okay,
Yeah.
huh?
The
So that's
granny
pretty
one, yeah,
cool.
the granny one. I was trying not to send Invisigal, and then it didn't give me a choice, and I was like, oh, okay, so it's one of those ones you have to, and
I
then
have to.
then
send
it made
her.
sense because obviously they have this pre-scripted thing.
What do you
that
think of the hacking minigame?
I haven't found enjoyment with that yet. It's one of those things that it's too basic to be fun, but it's too long to be like it's too basic and too easy for it to be fun, and it's just long enough to be a nuisance.
Yep.
Like
Same exact feeling.
yeah, like I needed to be more involved.
Like I like the dispatch a lot.
Yeah.
Like you could make that way longer, and I would sit there and still just keep going. Like give me multiple day shifts. I'll do
Yeah.
like 3 days.
hmm
Hacking, I was like,
Every time I have to do it, I'm like, all right. Like, and it's not like it's that long. It's just long enough to be annoying, and it's too easy to be engaging.
when I feel like it takes the momentum away
Yeah,
from whatever you're doing.
it slows you down. I would like if they're gonna have that, then I would like it to be a little bit more. Like, I want higher stakes. Even the ones that are timed, they give you so much time that
I know.
it's not even like.
When I first saw that, I was like, oh shit.
I was like, I gotta move, and then
And
I
then it's
finished,
like-
and it only gone down like a quarter, and I'm like, oh, Like I didn't have to move.
I need
that.
to help Invisigal.
Yeah, if they were all timed, that'd be something. If they were all timed and they shortened the time frame significantly, that would make it feel more like it would add more
Stressful.
value to it, add some stress to it. But as is, it just feels like it's you're like intentionally walking through mud.
Yeah. Well, they showed it looks like it's going to get a little bit more complex with counter viruses, or what does he say?
Counterviruses?
They show like there's
like in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it might end up being cool, but it's not there yet for me. No.
I agree. Versus the Dispatch feels cool already.
Yeah. They're just trying to show somehow that Mecha Man's like techie.
Yeah.
You know, that they're trying to display that in some way.
He is pretty good.
Yeah. But then also like weirdly basic things like I hit next and now the camera's saying disconnected. What does that mean? And like he seems like the kind of guy that wouldn't question that. He would just figure out a way to get around it.
You're like, huh?
And you're like, oh, they must have a security on their cameras. He's like, oh, okay. I'm in. Like
like,
it just the dialogue was just clunky is all. It was not delivered poorly, it was just clunky.
Exposition-y.
Yeah.
We got to explain.
The soundtrack, I don't know if we touched on this, but the soundtrack
didn't.
is really killer. I'm really digging it.
I like that synth
Almost like nostalgic 80s type of feel to it, but more modern.
I only heard it when she's flying you to the billboard.
Yeah.
Blonde Blazer's flying you to the billboard. But I guess it's also
It plays it again.
Infiniman.
Uh
Phenomenon.
Infiniman. Infinity Man.
I don't know why it's so hard for me to know his name.
But the tense music is good too. It definitely makes you feel like on edge.
And they have that pop song at the end of episode 2. I kind of like the intro to it.
if that that scene with that song, it flows way better with the tense Omni-Man, the tense Phenomenon exchange. It flows perfectly into that song. The first time when it plays like the holy, like not the synth like happy music, it flows weirdly into that.
Yeah, because
so it's like, almost like
eat a pound cake.
Yeah, like they fully intend you to
Kiss her.
Like they're pushing for it.
I
feel
wonder
like.
what, because all of the choices, only one time did I run out of time that like I didn't press it.
Yeah.
When there's 3 choices, it chooses the top one. That's the default.
I'm not always, because I ran
No?
out of time once and it chose the one on the left.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Interesting.
it's a randomizer. If you don't, I think it just randomly chooses.
Huh. Okay.
I'll have to one of these days actually put that to the test.
See?
Yeah. But
I like how you can start from certain scenes. I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, they've done that in Telltale
Yeah.
games. That's something they do. Yeah, that would be a nuisance if you had to start over from the beginning.
The
for
beginning of the
everything.
episode every single time.
It only saves like every 15 minutes or something like that. So like if you fail, sometimes you would have to go, not fail, but if something happens the way you don't want it to, you have to go back pretty far. But it's not like a part of the fun of these things is like going through and doing it multiple times. So it's not the end of the world if you like replay an episode.
But I do understand, like, I have to limit myself because I do enjoy just dealing with my consequences of my initial gut reaction.
Yeah.
In the moment, right? Like, what did I choose then? Oh, this. I'll go back like that. Why? If I could talk. That's why. So the second episode, the only thing I changed, was I 100%ed the Dispatch.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's more stats and stuff like that. But as far as dialogue, the only thing I changed was I asked her to dinner instead of the, which is, oh, thanks again.
Oh yeah. That's
Like,
like,
cuck
yeah.
boy, simp.
I'm Mecha Man.
I'm Mecha Man. You want to go get dinner with me, baby?
And then Phenomenon Man comes in and totally like.
So can you ask her to dinner if you didn't kiss her?
Yeah, that's still there. He says, "Do you want to go to dinner?" But it does make the vibe feel more like friendly.
Like just, hey, you want to grab dinner?
Like, hey, we're both off. You want to grab a bite before I head home? Like, it's not like a
You want to?
you want to maybe more get dinner, maybe more. It doesn't feel like that.
You want the Mecha Man?
You want the Mecha Man or you want Robert Roberts? I could be anything you want, except I can't be Mecha Man. I don't
Not
have
anymore.
the suit.
Did
He
you
starts
fist bump the guy?
Yeah, of course.
Roids.
Royd. Yeah.
Then did you tell him his nickname was?
Like steroid.
Yeah,
Or whatever. I told him like, no, I'm just messing with you because I
I
didn't
did
want him
too.
to feel
I felt
bad.
bad. I was like, oh damn.
I think he's just big like that because like Pacific Islanders are just generally just big dudes.
He's gonna be a lovable character. I can already tell, unless
Yeah.
he betrays us.
He's Shroud.
He's Shroud.
Everybody's Shroud. They're all just like
Robert
fabrication. Robert Shroud.
He was hallucinating.
The whole game. What if it pulls like a Shutter Island and at the end he's just crazy?
I'd be like,
Disappointed.
so we haven't even seen what happened when Robert crashed in the Mecha Man suit.
Presumably he crashed. They took what they needed, left him for dead, and then he got rescued by someone else because he was in a coma.
Yeah.
So, which if you did that to your own son, that's also like
Huh.
pretty fucked.
I think it's probably his dad.
Yeah, it's just like classic trope style, like anime where they reveal to be either your brother or your dad.
Dad?
Poor fool. Yeah.
But he's probably gonna be like, Robert, listen. What they've been telling you, it's wrong.
It's not true. I'm really digging Aaron Paul.
Oh
in
yeah,
this.
he's doing great.
He's just really giving off that depressed, I would just want to do what's right type of guy vibe.
Well, and usually he's like he has a very monotone,
Yeah.
like bass level,
Mhm.
and I feel like it hasn't bugged me. It didn't bug me in Breaking Bad either, but that's because in Breaking Bad he's kind of plays this, weird kid that like
Yeah.
sells drugs. This like you would think it would bug you, or at least to me, I would think that it would bug me that he doesn't have a range of like,
Yeah.
but it works.
I think the reason it works is because you just get the vibe from the very beginning that he's like this close to just like ending it.
He's dead inside.
He's dead inside. He like potentially suicidal. We don't know. They don't really explore that, but if you feel that, you get that vibe. And so his delivery is from the person that like he knows that he still like feels like he needs to be good, but being good is hard because he just doesn't like he's
Doesn't
giving up.
yeah.
And that's the vibe that I'm getting from him. So I think that's why his delivery and everything is working for me. Versus, you know what actually took me a while for it to grow on me? Geralt in The Witcher.
Okay.
I know that's controversial because people love those games, and I love those games too. But Geralt, when I first played Witcher 3, it took me a while for his voice to grow on me because I felt like it was just too edgelord, try hard.
Wind's howling.
Yeah.
Come on, Triss.
How do you like that silver?
It sounds like he's been smoking for years.
And then it grew on me, and I liked it. That was only for like the first couple hours of gameplay. But
I don't know if there's any. I'm trying to run through any voice acting that I didn't like. Of like a.
a character.
Hmm.
You know who I didn't? The protagonist of Final Fantasy what's the most recent one? Was it 16?
Clive?
Yeah.
You didn't like him?
No.
Ben Starr?
Yeah. Wasn't a fan.
I don't know. I don't have.
You know, it's also super controversial. I don't like Solid Snake's original voice actor.
Otacon.
I
whatever.
think that Snake, at Metal Gear 5, who voiced him? The guy from 24.
Yeah. Kiefer.
Kiefer Sutherland. I think he was way better as Snake than his original. And people are mad because they replaced the longtime voice actor with like a movie star.
Movie star.
You know, people hate when they do that, which I get. But I I think that he was better.
I think Chris Pratt did a good Mario.
Do you?
I do. I thought originally I was like, oh God, why? But then I heard it. I was like, he's trying.
He's
trying.
Star Lord.
Yeah, it's me, it's Star Lord. And then you have Charlie Day as Luigi, which works. I don't know. I can't think of anybody that I looked at and I was like, yeah, this voice acting not gonna cut. Oh, Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba in Phantom Liberty. I don't.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. I don't have any. I liked him.
So my most recent playthrough.
Would you like it better if he had a British accent? Like he was just in his natural accent?
I don't know.
Or do you just not? I think you just don't like the character.
I hate him.
I think you just don't like the character. I think his voice acting was perfectly fine.
This most recent playthrough, it went up. Like my judgment of it increased a little bit. It's not that bad, but I do. To me, it just sounds dry. Like, come on, V, we need to go. Bub. It's just very like.
That's so funny. They feel that way in a game where Keanu Reeves delivers an extremely dry performance.
But it works for some reason. I feel like
that's how it is. I love Keanu Reeves, but I think he just only has one acting style.
He does,
and he just does it, and he does it well.
Which I think, like, I don't know. For me, at least, Johnny Silverhand is perfectly written for Keanu to have his voice. That's the reason it works well is because they wrote it kind of more for Keanu. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't like it. I don't like Reed in general.
I think your opinion's being warped by the fact that you hate the character.
I never understood. I don't think he gets hate, but Male V, people don't like him, right?
I like Male V. I think that the consensus is that Fem V generally just has more of a range. I think Male V is a bit robotic in comparison. Female V has more. The vulnerable scenes feel more vulnerable, and the badass scenes feel like more human. Versus Male V is a little bit kind of the same, no matter what. But I have played through both, and I think they both do just fine. Yeah, I personally lean more towards female V, but I like the male V too. You know what character I think is? Oh, this is good thing we're not a popular podcast or anything, because this would get a ton of hate. You know what character I think is fine, but overrated, and the fact that he won all the awards and like it was Neil Newbon as Asterion.
Freaking sweaty in here, boys.
It is.
I think he's overrated.
I think he's fine. I think he's fine. I just feel like everyone acts like that's like god tier voice acting.
I don't think it is.
And he just gives off like he's just like sassy, like sassy evil guy. Like,
right
and
now,
Neil Newbon is really good. I like a lot of stuff he's done, but that character itself was serviceable. I just don't think it was on like the tier that they always tend to put on.
Yeah, I would have rather seen one of the other people get an award.
I think Karlach did phenomenal, especially when she's breaking down at the end.
Yeah,
when she doesn't want to go back to Avernus, like that. Yeah.
We're talking about voice acting and bad voice acting.
Your favorite? We talked about all your favorite stuff tonight.
Yeah,
I saw.
Welcome, Billy.
We couldn't handle your.
Yeah, I'm pissed.
Oh, I'm sorry. You weren't here. You didn't have a say.
Your guys' interests clearly differ from my own.
AAA gaming is dead.
Not even close to what I put on there, but
Didn't he put something like that?
I don't know.
it was
something like-
Amazon Studios. We can get into it in a bit.
This guy.
In a bit.
I had a whole comment on there, setting up the whole thing.
And we said,
Fuck this. That's what we said.
Do you even know what it's about?
No, I didn't look into it.
You guys have heard of the movement Stop Killing Games, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, that's a hard deviation from what you guys are talking about here. Do you guys want?
We're an hour and a half in. Let's just do it.
We were pretty much done.
There's nobody that's still watching the beginning. So
Sweet. Yeah. So Amazon Studios. So New World is like
MMO.
yeah. New World. Have you guys seen or heard of? New
can I
World?
open this window?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's there's some man.
Toasty in here?
I'm sweating. I'm
in here.
sitting here just sweating. It's hot.
It's in your face.
My face is always red though.
The Amazon, their studio, their game studio, you know, they went hard into that space years ago, and they announced a bunch of projects.
It kind of failed.
Not just kind of like epically failed
Yeah.
in a lot of ways. And New World was no exception to that. But what's funny is, as of even just a couple days ago, there was a few people who had felt like New World was finally a good game.
Just a couple days ago.
Yeah, I mean, it just hit like a not an all-time peak. Jesus Christ! So fucking one-handed. Like, what do we have?
This is the most obnoxious
What
he's
are
been all
we
night. He's waiting for you.
Jesus.
I'm
Oh,
ready.
hey, thanks, man.
This guy's still not feeling the best, and the very first thing I did was actually drink from his drink.
This guy. Thanks for bringing that into the house. So,
On your mic.
on my mic, give it a week to air out. And so it just was like climbing up in Steam ranks. Like had 40,000 concurrent players and stuff. Like it was kind of popping off. And then Amazon announces we're laying off 30,000 people.
Okay, actually, I did see
So
this. Yeah.
part of that is a lot of their game studio. Amazon. I don't know what the hell they call it. Like Amazon Game Studio, I think. It's like studios, whatever.
You should excuse yourself, Jesus.
What are we doing?
So professional.
Like, I feel like you're in 6th grade. Like, you know, the teacher's giving a lesson. You're trying to blow your nose in the corner, but you don't want to be too loud. I don't know.
Exactly it.
Yeah. So they laid off a bunch of developers and a bunch of their studio heads and canceled a bunch of projects and stuff like that. And anyway, the interesting thing that I think brings this topic up for discussion is the Stop Killing Games movement.
Yeah.
Because New World is a game that a lot of people. I mean, it's not really a failed game. It's probably their most successful title that they've launched, as far as I'm aware. Maybe that's categorically wrong, but as far as I'm aware. But the problem is they're turning the game off in 2027.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they're loosely talking about here. So it made me think of when I saw that
Support
this
and
was
until
happening.
then is definitely out the window too. It's
Yeah.
not like
It's not like anyone's gonna be wanting to spend a bunch of money on that, or even they're gonna put in a bunch of resources to getting rid of bugs and stuff. No,
They made the expansion free, right? Like the most recent one I heard
for what?
for New World.
I don't know if it was. Maybe it was free for existing players, but the game itself I don't think is free. But anyway, so they laid off a bunch of people, and the problem is the Stop Killing Games movement, because there's a lot of issues with what happens to this game now, right? In 2027, if they turn off those servers, the game goes into the void.
right.
And there's people who have tens of thousands of hours. At least I know a lot of people who have thousands of hours. I'm sure there's people with tens of thousands of hours. So yeah, there you go. It doesn't matter, but it's free. The new expansion was free. But what do you do with a game like that? What happens? Like, servers turn off. People spend thousands of hours, and they bought this product. Now it doesn't have a path to being able to be served by the community. And so I had seen that announcement, and I really thought that Stop Killing Games needs to get it into gear, because that's their number one concern. Like what happens when it's not going to happen anytime soon, but like World of Warcraft or Guild Wars or any of these games that require to be perpetually online, when those go offline, what
Right.
happens? You lose everything. And if there's a strong enough community, the whole point of that movement is just to have a path to figuring something out. Like the developers have to put some kind of consideration and thought into how that can happen.
Like eventually it could be hosted by the fans.
private
the
server.
Yeah.
How does that work? Is there some version of it that works? It might not be the whole game or whatever it is, or it might be some deteriorated state, but you can still at least access some of the things. So that's kind of the movement. So anyway, I thought of that and I saw the layoffs, and you see Amazon lays off 30,000 corporate, but then it translates pretty heavily to the games community. Now they're doing like some cloud-based project. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I think the whole Amazon games thing is a epic failure from Twitch down.
Yeah.
The Twitch purchase for $1 billion, whatever, that never made sense to me. Their partnership with Twitch didn't really seem like a strategic one. I think they had. It's like on the surface, it's an interesting vision where you have Prime Gaming and benefits from that, and then you can get it's almost like its own Game Pass. I could see them kind of formulating that thought and then promoting games through that way, and then Twitch is sort of like your touch basis with the community, like boots on the ground community, but Twitch has turned into a fucking utter disaster.
Yeah.
And it's collapsing as a platform as we speak. So
all their creators are just embroiled in controversy too.
yeah, it's just it's not even a gaming platform. It's like a pseudo porn website that also is like a political pipeline.
Yeah.
For
it's like hot chicks or like React content or political content.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Like there's not even games anymore. Like obviously yes, there are still people that play games on it, but like that's not what people go to Twitch for primarily anymore, which is kind of disappointing.
Yeah. It's very weird. It's very weird. Like all the top streamers are usually just chatting.
Yeah.
I mean like the big ones. So
They're just like consuming content and then regurgitating what they feel
yeah.
about it. That's like all they do anymore.
Giving their opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's Kick and other things like that, but I don't know. I just feel like Amazon, that was a very weird. On paper, I think it made sense. I think their execution was an epic failure. Kind of similar to where I think Xbox games is kind of at right now, with the Game Pass and everything too. But anyway, I wanted to bring that up.
Console wars over. Is that what you're gonna say?
What?
Console wars over.
Pretty much. Halo. They're releasing a new Halo game. It's going to be on PlayStation as well now.
Good.
Yeah. So I think that's the most significant sign that Xbox has lost.
Lost? What do you mean?
The console war. From a consumer standpoint.
GameStop made an official statement.
What was that? I saw that, and that was you bring that up. I know that was like a meme, but you missed two screens, don't you?
A little bit
in the command center. Lost the console wars. What is that? What is the? Can you explain to me what the console war was? As someone who never really. What's the console in your mind? Just is it truly just Xbox versus PS5 or PlayStation?
I mean, that's what it's been for the last 20 years.
And I'm sure most right during the free.
But essentially, it's just like who eventually consoles are going to, like, in the same way that Sega and Atari lost in the 90s, Xbox has slowly been bleeding out for like the last 15 years, and then just something as simple as Halo's going to be on PlayStation is like it's very reminiscent of when Sega said Sonic can be on Nintendo, because at the time that was that was not something you did because Sonic was a Sega character
Dreamcast.
for Sega consoles. And then the moment you concede and say we'll end up making more money if we just allow our IPs to be on the competitor's platform, doesn't mean you're failing as a business, but it does mean that your console is out.
Sure, I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely. I did read this. Total meme.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. Are you sharing the screen or no?
No.
It's fine. It's fine. Basically, we just saw the tweet from GameStop that was just kind of shit posting.
Looks like a legal document saying that the war is officially over.
like you would if you were a head of state.
Yeah.
You'd issue to your governing people. What's interesting is I don't know. I don't even think that people at Xbox really know what it is that they're doing over there, what the long term plan is. It seems like every 6 months they flip it on their head as to what everything actually means. Because like, what is an Xbox? Obviously, they're trying to get into they're moving on from a console war to a content war, right?
Yeah.
So like it's a content war of today, and that's the game that they're trying to play. But what does the Xbox brand still mean? Because they're partnering with like handhelds. I walked you guys through that whole argument of like that. Everything with the screen is an Xbox, and that's kind of how they're viewing the product. But one of the issues with that is consoles are subsidized by the manufacturer. That's how they've been competitive with all these other devices. So you have, so you have, that's funny.
We should,
Share this.
this makes no sense for the let's share the screen.
You have to open go back. No, go to Discord
Try.
and then right click and open a browser. You could have done it there. Open.
This is why we need you in the middle. This is why we
You gotta
need
share
you.
the screen now. Yeah.
All that for that. It's
Yeah.
not even that funny. It's not even-
Because like
we can leave this up. For this talk, though.
consoles subsidize their machines, right? And so that's a huge part of their value add, right? They want you to get in their ecosystem so they can extract value from you other ways. When you're not doing that, like you're partnering with third parties and you're licensing your name, you can't do that. So like handhelds and the Asus handheld, it's like almost $1,000 for their premium model. That's going to be tough to compete when you against a Sony that can subsidize the hell out of their machine, provide a $1,200 machine, wrap a subscription base around it, and then sell it to you for. I think we talked about it last episode. Like PS6, we kind of imagine it's probably going to come around $800, right? We kind
Right.
of imagine
Yeah.
around that price mark. Because they know that they can do that. $400, they're going to lose $400 per unit shipped, but between the PlayStation Plus subscription and all the games that you're going to buy, and because they're a closed system, they can make that back. So, I don't know what the vision is. I try to keep interested in it because I love the model that Xbox has gone to. They've gone so far to like Halo coming to PlayStation. I know we're memeing on Xbox losing, but that's a win for consumers as far as I'm concerned, because
For
you guys
consumers,
get to
yeah.
play. You guys get to play like for me, I never owned an Xbox. I never been able to play Halo. I can on PC, but I don't want to play that on PC.
But I'm beyond your simple games.
Your mortal.
But like
games.
Halo was there. Like Halo, it's been a while. Like we had Halo Infinity, which was ass. I played that actually on PC for like 10 minutes, but
Wow.
10 minutes to never get back.
yeah, it was not great at all. I thought it was gonna be something interesting, and it was not. It was like, yeah, it was terrible. I was like, what is the selling point of this? And so I just don't know what the spot that they're in. It's super weird to me. I don't get what
if
world
you
they're
look
trying to compete
through
in.
like historically, they're doing all the same stuff that Sega did back in the 90s, and then Sega ultimately ended up just being a product, like a game publisher and developer only for Nintendo, not just for Nintendo but for other consoles, and so they just kind of slowly got phased out of the console market. Xbox, the reason that they're probably not as concerned as a company like Sega is because it's fucking Microsoft, so it's not like they're gonna be hurt if this
Right.
happens to them. But they are doing all the things they're doing is exactly what both Sega and Atari did in the 90s before they eventually just stopped making console altogether. So it feels like at this point Xbox is just they're gonna have to shift and not worry about competing with PlayStation anymore, and just kind of do their own thing, and that's kind of what they're doing.
They're shifting the content. They're going
They're
to make
shifting the
games.
content, and because they're not competing in the console wars anymore, which we're memeing on, but because they're not doing that anymore, they're doing now exactly what we think they should. Just
Let me
focus
ask you
on-
this: does this? I know you guys are seeing the memes and all this stuff. Like, I think a lot of PlayStation simps are like singing the praise of this. Are you guys at all concerned with now there really only being one competitor in that market?
I
and
think
them jacking prices
competition is
up.
good.
For sure.
Competition is good.
It drives
Um,
creativity.
I don't think that I'm as much of a PlayStation like simp as Dylan certainly isn't. He's had
Yeah.
all three for every generation. So
Except
like
for Switch
Well, let me ask you
I
this.
personally just gravitate towards what has the best games. I don't really care about the console.
I asked you guys, I think it was 2 episodes ago, when PS6 launches, are you guys getting it? I don't know what your words were like. Are you pre-ordering it? I think you were 50-50. You said you were.
Uh-huh.
Like, the moment it drops, you're going to try and get access to it. If it comes out at $1,200,
Depends on the price and on.
I'm not paying over $1,000 for a console, because the moment I pay over $1,000 for a console, I'm just might as well just get a PC. You know, like I'm not so much of a console diehard that I'm willing to spend PC prices on one. That just seems silly to me. I'd rather just get a PC if I'm going to pay that much.
I wonder if
I'm
wonder what their
having a hard
model's gonna
time
be.
convincing myself, even if it launches at 800. I don't know if I would.
like right away. Yeah.
I don't know if I would do that, to be honest with you. Like that's starting to push towards just get a PC.
I
Like,
saw
you can get banger PCs for, I saw one at Costco that was rocking really good specs for like 1,300.
Dude, I know.
So I was
the
like-
Costco is popping off in the PC space. They have
Yeah.
amazing deals.
Yeah, they
It's
had one. They had
unbelievable.
like I forget what it was, like a 4090, and the whole thing was like $1,300 for a pre-built.
Dude, I go through Costco. I've never seen custom built PCs in there before, and every time they have like a whole section on them, and I'm like, these are like really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I wonder if PlayStation has slowly been farming out their titles to PC.
Yeah.
After a year or two. I wonder if they're going to lean more into that and go in the Nintendo route
If
and just
Xbox does
totally
not,
lock it.
if Xbox does not develop a console, then I think they 100% do that because they have nothing to lose.
Really? So you think like God of War and stuff like that will never go to PC again?
No, I think it will.
Oh, you're saying that it'll continue to go to PC?
I think that they'll still do like timed releases. They got to prioritize their own console first.
Sure.
But I think if they're not competing with anyone console wise, they're going to say, hey, if you want to play our titles first, get a PlayStation. But rule of thumb is once a first party title comes out, 6 months later it comes out on PC or something.
Well, I'll tell you what. I saw a list of all the PlayStation 5 exclusives. Because we were talking a couple episodes ago about the legacy of PlayStation 5, and boy, it was barren. It
what,
was
like
bad.
God of War Ragnarok?
Yeah, it was like 12 names, and I was like, "Whoa, that's crazy!" It was, the list was so short. I was like, "Whoa."
But if they
Yeah,
release,
very weird.
if they no longer have anything on, like anything exclusive to the PlayStation, then my desire to own one becomes less and less. My only thing is I'm just a controller guy. I'm not a fan of keyboard and mouse, so ultimately I would just use my DualSense,
Which
which I already
people
do. I use it
Yeah.
on my laptop, my gaming laptop.
When I look at that meme of like Halo, what it makes me think of though is like
Your personal life.
yeah no how much Halo's fallen to the point that like
Maybe they-
PlayStation fans. I mean, back in the past, maybe they would have been all hype about getting Halo on PlayStation. But as somebody with a PlayStation, I don't care.
kind of like,
Yeah, I'm like, all right, it's Halo, whatever. Like Halo is destroyed in my mind. Like they haven't had a good game
since Reach.
since Reach. So
4 was okay.
4 was all right. But yeah, so it's like, I just think it's funny that it's like that's the game that does it, because it's not. It's kind of a corpse of what it used to be.
Right.
You know.
Which PlayStation Plus membership do you guys have?
I'm not gonna have any. I don't utilize it enough.
Oh, you
I
don't
had-
even.
I had premium for a long time, but
I turned off my Game Pass recently, so Extra is the only one I got.
You pay for extra?
Yeah.
So you pay $135 a year or $15 a month, depending on how you bill it. Which one do you do? The monthly?
I think the year.
You do the once a year?
Yeah.
And then Kyle, you don't even have it at all.
no.
Do you have Game Pass?
I don't play enough games to utilize it anymore.
How's that work for like Baldur's Gate? Like if you were to play online, then you'd have to have this? Because I heard you guys talking about that earlier. Like you would
Yeah.
want to redo the. You'd have to have the
Do
essential. at least.
you?
In order to play online,
In
yeah.
order to play online, see, I haven't played online in so long. I didn't know that.
But I think you're just paying for this.
I'm not paying for anything. I don't have any service.
I think, but to even have, I think Discord, I think you have to.
So
I don't know about that.
no.
I think it's just multiplayer.
But that's an online.
But it's not like on. You can still be online because you have to download games and.
I also I paid for premium. I paid for the
I could
year,
probably get the essential.
and so it hasn't lapsed yet.
Got it.
So I
you're
don't know how that's going.
Your
to
plan is to start.
yeah,
So you were paying $160 a year, huh, for premium?
for like the last
Well,
2 years I was.
what did
yeah.
you? What did you? That gives you access to the PlayStation Store with like they give you exclusive. Like you can get access to like a free game.
They
that
give
month
you
or
Well,
something.
it's like
not
Game
just a
Pass.
free game. They give you like hundreds and hundreds of free
Okay.
games.
It's like Game Pass.
And then they have a new. It's like Game Pass. Even if you don't pay for any PlayStation, like Plus, Essential, or whatever, you still have access to PlayStation Store. You can still buy games, and like it's not like you don't have access to that.
Got it.
And I'm pretty sure you could still use Discord and stuff. I think you just couldn't play games online, which I don't. I mean, last time I played a game online was with Dylan playing Baldur's Gate a year ago.
That's insane to think about.
I just don't. Unless I'm playing with you guys, I don't play online. That's just not how
Yeah.
I play.
Same.
Yeah, but aren't there only online only games where, like your game, Zenless Zone Zero,
Yeah.
you would have to have.
No.
What-
That's-
I'm sorry. I'm thinking. I'm sorry. Blue, or
Blue Origin.
what?
Blue Archive.
No. The one you played before, the one that we watched the video on, it was like a raid boss, and you were playing with like 2 or 3 people, and you were doing these sick combos, and you were timing it with the animations to take down the boss, and you each
Grand
were doing
Blue.
your Grand Blue. Thank you.
That one, yes, I would need because for the multiplayer.
Even if you just wanted to play, because most of the combat is solo, but it's an online only game, right?
Well, so it's like Monster Hunter. So I could do everything solo. And I think the moment I tried to do online, it would say,
So Call of Duty, you own Call of Duty, you could play the campaign,
Yeah,
yeah.
but you could never connect to their online servers.
it would say
That's such
missing
horseshit to
license or
me.
something.
Yeah.
Because it's not even fucking Sony that's hosting that. It's like it's their servers. That's so wild.
Yeah.
I think we're just
Xbox
used,
started that.
We're just used to that because Xbox has been
Oh,
doing that
fucking
since
Xbox
Live.
2006
What was it? Xbox Live? That was the first one with the base Xbox, huh?
with
Yeah.
the base Xbox 360. You had at that time it was like
World of Warcraft,
$5 a month or something
Eve
like that.
Online. These old PC
Yeah.
games had $15 months.
I was just watching this video about this guy. He's got a decent following on YouTube, and he was looking to play like dead MMOs, and he was just like,
I know who this is. I forget
Um,
his name, but I know exactly what
and
you're
he
talking about.
ended up playing this
Peon?
one. I
Lazy
forget
Peon?
the name, but he ended up playing this one, and he was like, "Man, this game's actually pretty fun." He revived the community, and there was like 10,000 people playing
That's
because he made
so
a video
amazing.
on it. And I don't know if that'll stick, but it's crazy
Yeah.
that
Huh.
like, and this
These-
game, this was an MMO from like 2001. And then he was like, this game's actually kind of fun. And next thing you know, like a bunch of people started playing it. And it wasn't even it was being hosted by like the community because
Like
it,
some guy in his garage.
yeah, like it they stopped formally hosting it 15 years ago. And so like the fact that some guy out there was like just holding on hosting, and then it ended up being so popular.
He's like, shit, I gotta expand the server capacity
Yeah, like,
here.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if that stuck, but that is kind of a cool little story.
I am getting sick and tired of whenever Amazon sneezes, the entire internet goes down.
Yeah, what is that about?
It's like the,
Why do
the
they have
third
so
time
much
I think in
control
my memory that they've
over
done
that?
this.
Yeah.
So much of the internet runs on Amazon Web Service, AWS,
Yeah.
and
Isn't it crazy?
I'm kind of over it. I saw the dumbest shit online where people's coffee maker 404 error and they couldn't make coffee because of all the shit that's connected to the internet.
This is the meme I saw. Not
New York Post.
Right click. You ever use a computer?
not
See,
much.
it ain't that easy. Open image and new tab.
Look at all this clicking I'm having to do.
Entire.
You sharing the screen?
Yeah.
You've been sharing the screen the whole time?
What were we looking at?
So they saw me typing?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
God.
It's kind of...
They're gonna judge your words per minute.
part of me slightly misses the membrane typing.
I don't.
Like, I was jamming on that for a second. And I'm like, that's kind of nice.
I like this. But this is to further your point. That right there is AWS and then holds up the entire
Little peg.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Did that have any effect at your job?
No.
No effect. I didn't even. But so I have a friend. I won't say which place this was, but her didn't have access to any of her money
Oh damn.
because their whole entire banking app froze.
Yeah, I mean, random
Oh,
services
fine.
everywhere. Like I said, coffee machines. I saw the dumbest stuff breaking because Amazon went down. That's so many games you couldn't log in because of AWS. That reminds me, Guild Wars 2 Visions of Eternity expansion just came out.
Oh.
And
Are you playing it?
yeah, that's been a really awesome, fun expansion. It feels
Isn't there a game called
it
Pillars
feels
of
like there's a
Eternity?
lot of
Yeah.
content in it to do.
Yeah.
Because I'm staying busy with the basic stuff. But yeah, the Visions of Eternity. It's
How's the story?
I've been this is how I do story. And then I find the skip button that way.
Yeah? Did you get the Ultimate Edition?
No, you know what's funny? This is the first non-ultimate. I bought the cheap standard one. I think this is the last. I hadn't played Guild Wars in many months at this point.
Think you're done after this?
I think this is their last expansion.
Oh,
I think
not
they're
his
done.
last.
Yeah, I think
No.
they're. I think they're
I was a
going
little
to
worried.
announce. No, I think they're going to announce
Guild Wars 3.
Guild Wars 3. Even though I don't think that that's probably the right thing to do, I think they're going to announce Guild Wars 3.
Would you prefer that they just continue pumping resources into this, or
No.
how
I
would
think
you
move
what,
on?
What would you feel? Yeah, I was gonna say, what would you feel if they announced a new IP altogether?
It's time. Like
And it's a story-driven choice.
as humans,
Narrative.
it's so easy to.
It's
Yeah,
complete
By
opposite.
the way, to answer your question, no, I would not enjoy Dispatch.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I know you guys totally called it. Oh, by the way, my comment, if you want to go to the chat, I said I talked to my phone. I did a voice, and it copied it wrong. I meant to say Dylan with the dumb fucking questions because you guys are over here like in a deep, nuanced conversation about decisions in the game, whatever. And it's like, and then just it was such a stark contrast. Like, so what would your superpower be? It's just like, what are we doing? That's such an elementary.
Hey,
I was like, what are we
It's a
doing?
fun
I'm like,
one.
we've also talked about that no less than 30 times. And then Kyle went to the story of me, so I knew that was coming.
Yeah, because I didn't even remember what I said, but I remember what you said. 'Cause I thought it was so funny.
influence people,
Well, so here's the thing.
pineapple people.
I love ArenaNet, and I love the culture of values that they stand on for their game, with the extremely minimally invasive microtransaction shop, with their best in the industry server maintenance. Like Guild Wars 2, I think has been down since it launched for something like 3 minutes.
Jeez.
Just to reference, like Dune Awakening, I played that. It would go down for 8 hours once a week. World of Warcraft, every Tuesday night, it goes down for hours. Like Guild Wars 2 has come up with a system to basically never go down.
Yeah.
And their server technology is best in class as far as I'm concerned. It is. So I love that from a culture standpoint. Their pricing, like $25 for an entire MMO expansion that literally will provide. If you were wanting to do everything and do all the content and get way into it, it alone would probably provide on the order of 400 hours of content to do, depending on if you already had a lot of resources to craft some of the items and stuff like that. It's unbelievable value. So I'm a huge fan from that. But I'm a fan of this series because I played Guild Wars 1. And
yeah,
the idea that even if there's more than 5 people that worked on Guild Wars 1 in this studio still, I would laugh.
Yeah.
So I think it's time. Guild Wars 2, I think, is still like one of the top 5 MMOs. I don't know what the plan is. For literally the last 10 years, people have wanted nothing more than just content.
Yeah.
And they just can't keep up with what the community wants. They want content.
Right.
And it's because they don't know how to. They never did expansions for years. They never did expansions.
Right.
They gave you the content for free because they made enough from their cosmetic microtransaction shop.
so they turn into a gotcha in live service.
Not even close.
That's the answer.
They've been a live service the whole time. But
Gotcha though. We need.
Gotcha.
well, and Guild Wars 2 is actually a free to play game too, which
Isn't the
is
whole thing
super
with
crazy.
Gotcha like supposed to be like
It's gambling.
gambling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound anything like
nothing.
No,
Gotcha.
I'm saying that's the future.
Oh, that's what you're saying you want them to do?
No, I don't want them to
No,
do it.
I
Like
want them.
there's it's an MMO, right? So people spend their lives playing this game, and it's also the ultimate casual MMO. Like you could play 4 hours a week and keep up with all the content and never lose to like gear grind or anything like that. It's a very cozy, casual MMO because you're not the numbers just
Valley.
aren't arbitrarily getting bigger,
Right.
right? So I love everything about that philosophy. It's just they've never been able to serve enough content. You know, you like right now they just came out with this expansion on their roadmap. Their next big release isn't going to be in 6 months. So everyone's going to have, you know, the hardcore gamers are going to have everything done in this expansion the first month, and then they got to wait kind of 5 months before there's anything new.
Right.
I don't know. I think what they need to do is either come up with a new IP. Guild Wars 3 is going to sell millions of copies, so I get it. But the sad thing about it for me is, why do you do a Guild Wars 3? It's to change the monetization model.
Yeah.
Because you got a top 5 successful MMO
You don't
right
need
here.
to do a 3. You could just keep pumping into this. The only
Mhm.
reason you do a 3 is if you're changing or overhauling something.
Gotcha.
And what they have to be overhauling is how they make money for it. Well, they're definitely not going to do a gotcha.
They might.
What if
They are owned. Well, the publisher is a Korean publisher,
Oh,
NCSoft, which has been renowned to make Throne and Liberty, being the most recent example, has been renowned to make just the most obnoxiously pay-to-win model games. But it's not NCSoft, and people like to hang their hat on this. It's NCSoft West, NA West, and it's like,
It's like Red Dead was not developed by Rockstar. It was developed by Rockstar North or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's a great example. Yeah, so that's exactly what I'm talking about here. It's like, it's the same fucking thing. So whatever they come with, it's probably going to be a less pure form. Like, this is, I mean, just so much content. I mean,
What would pique your interest? What if like ArenaNet was like, we've secretly been working on this new IP for the last 5 years. We'll be launching next year. It is an MMO set in a sci-fi universe, like completely different.
Yeah.
Like gameplay story wise, but you trust them because it's them.
yeah.
Like, would that get you hard, or
Dude,
would
that
you?
would be sick.
Yeah.
That would be sick because I think what they've done really well at like the core systems of Guild Wars 2, which it starts for me, it starts and ends with the gameplay loop, which is the combat system. I think, and I've said this a million times, I think Guild Wars 2 has the best combat system of any game I've ever played. It is that fucking good. And there's definitely room for improvement as far as I'm concerned, but it is so amazing with the dodge mechanic, with the animations, with just everything about it. So if they created like a space sci-fi version of Guild Wars 2, so totally, but with a combat system that's fluid and dynamic and brought a lot of their values into it, that would be fucking cool. Because I honestly, so I kind of told you, I think I talked about this a little bit. All my Dune buddies, I kind of fell into a guild and met probably half a dozen or so people. Almost all of them play Star Citizen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know we all like meme on Star Citizen. They love that game.
Yeah.
And they'll in Discord, they'll stream in Discord to like so I can kind of watch them. The game looks fucking awesome. Now it's toxic as hell in terms like
Yeah.
there's most of the dudes have spent well over $1,000 on ships.
Right.
And they even meme that they like are getting ripped off, but they just love the game. And it's a totally playable game. And they go on missions and they do all this shit. And it looks fucking gorgeous and it looks fun. I don't think it's not obviously going to be Star fucking Citizen, but I do kind of crave a Star MMO style thing, but I don't know how the combat works.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think their combat would work well with the sci-fi, or is it directly connected to like magic?
It has to
and-
be, yeah. It has to be
I think it would be like Alien Worlds
fantasy.
and less. I
Like
think you
Asari-
could do it. It would be Alien Worlds though, and
Biotics.
less space combat-y and more like you have instances on different planets.
Well, and you have like
and
probably
then-
biotics and
You need to have fantasy. You need to have a fantasy thing in
It
there.
would be like I wouldn't be hard sci-fi. It would be. I think it would be better if it was more like Star Wars sci-fi, like fantasy sci-fi.
Because if it was just a run and gun, I'm not interested.
like a hard
like if it's
sci-fi.
just a shooter, you get upgraded weapons, but at the end of the day, you're still pointing and aiming and shooting like that.
No.
The gameplay goes to this, and that's not interesting. Because then it comes down to how well you can aim. At the end of the day, it comes down to how well you can aim, and that is such a limiting factor in how.
I think you
gameplay
could do it in
rolls out.
sci-fi. I don't think it has to just be limited to that. I think sci-fi you could still.
Well, yeah, you look at Mass
What if they
Effect-
got a hold? What if ArenaNet somehow? This will obviously never happen. But what if they got a hold of like Star Trek as an IP?
You could do a lot with that.
Yeah.
There's a lot in that world.
Or Mass Effect.
Well, yeah, I was gonna
Like
say
EA lost
the
the rights
biotics.
somehow.
That's what Mass Effect 4 is. Mass Effect 4 is a space MMO.
it's
So many people would be like, "The
Oh
fuck."
my god! You just ruined a franchise.
I mean, it would be a good.
It
Think of the
probably would still
races.
be a success, though. I mean,
I
like,
think it'd fall into the category of like Lord of the Rings Online, SWTOR.
Yeah.
You know, just these games that
there's enough variation
Cool,
in the races of Mass Effect to come up with some cool classes for each
for sure.
thing that,
Yeah.
like, I think you could translate that to not just be a shooter.
And if they had like some ward system like Witcher 3 had, where it was like very dynamic combat,
Yeah.
you could do things like that. Yeah. Something it has to. Yeah, I don't know. It just can't be. It can't. At the end of the day,
The purists would be mad at the lore implications. I'm like, how do you make that world work in an MMO? Like,
I still feel like when I think of my games that I've enjoyed the gameplay most of, they are strict fantasy worlds.
yeah,
It's
you think fantasy
not-
because fantasy is the most free.
Free. You could do.
You could do whatever you want.
Role play as anything.
Yeah.
And I like being a Fire Wizard
That's why
or
on
Lightning
the
Wizard.
opposite end of things, that's why like fantasy is such a broad genre, but that's why you can have games like, Baldur's Gate and games like Elden Ring
Yeah.
be in the fantasy genre, but be absolutely nothing alike.
Yeah,
like-
exactly.
yeah.
And they carry out completely different versus Dead Space and Call of Duty are different, but gameplay wise,
Still just a shooter. Yeah. Yeah, sci-fi is definitely more friendly to like shooters, like
Yeah.
first person shooting.
Well, it's more a little not grounded in reality, but usually there's
it is.
sense of reality versus fantasies. Oh, it was hundreds of thousands of years ago.
Your suspension of disbelief or your suspension of belief is generally going to be greater when you're in sci-fi. You forgive a lot more versus or in fantasy. When you're playing sci-fi, you get taken out of it when things get a little too fantasy.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I also
Yeah.
think maybe that's a bias of the observer, but also I think it's also just shit writing by a lot of. I feel like the genre of sci-fi hasn't evolved in 50 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's computer tech is really strong.
Yeah.
And it's that and that so it almost feels like sci-fi. I don't know if this is probably wild, but I feel like it's just a category of fantasy because it's still made up bullshit. It's just
It is.
It's just like computer tech,
But
and that's what
yeah.
sci-fi has become.
As consumers,
and
we're
it's
so much
lame.
more critical on it because we'll be
Yeah.
like, if we see something that looks
doesn't
stupid
jar.
in sci-fi, we're like, it really throws you out of it.
Mhm.
We're like, that is so
Why does the
unrealistic.
ship have no rockets?
That makes
Yeah.
no sense.
How's it propelled?
Yeah, but like, we don't question a flying wooden ship in fantasy.
Because it's got a magic aura.
They're like, oh yeah,
It's got a buff.
he casts a spell on it. like
Exactly. He's OP.
so like fantasy, you can get away with a lot more, and the audience accepts way
Yeah.
more.
Well, and also like the moment you introduce an alien into your sci-fi, it's like again now you're at fantasy. So just feel like you're just I don't know. So
Sci-fi.
I don't know what I want. To your point, they've been hiring for a project for like 3 or 4 years now. So and
A
like
deck
2
building.
years ago, what's it?
A deck building card game.
Gwent.
What's funny is there was a Steam IP registration for a Guild Wars 2 card game.
Really?
But I totally forgot about it until you just said that. That was like 3 years ago. That was like someone in the Steam files found something and they were like, "Oh my god, we're getting a card game!" This is when like Balatro and all that shit was popping off, and or
Hearthfire.
Balazar or whatever the hell, all the shit. So Hearthstone,
Hearthstone. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what I would want. I don't. Again, the studio is completely different, but I think the values that they are, I think ArenaNet is founded on, is really solid, and I've only seen it in a Guild Wars environment, 1 and 2. So I'd be curious to see what other games they come up with, but I don't know if I necessarily need a Guild Wars 3. I obviously whatever they put out, I'm going to play just because I've played their games for 10,000 hours, but. Just the reason why they're doing a Guild Wars 3 instead of just dumping all of those resources into developing a top 5 MMO is because the monetization model doesn't work.
Right.
They can't make enough money from it to make sense. So
So they're gonna partner
that means
with
they have to make it worse.
MiHoYo Games.
Oh god.
Introduce a whole gotcha system.
So you can get 10 rolls for free if you grind for 100 hours.
they-
But $1
What
gets
if
you
they
a million
announced
rolls.
like they had a big like conference and they got everyone all hyped, and then they announced like a cozy farming sim in the world of Guild Wars?
Yeah, it's Stardew Valley.
I was just gonna say Stardew Wars.
Yeah, like a coffee shop in Lion's Arch. Or
Fuck.
is the
You know what's crazy
Would you
is
play that?
the average fan of Guild Wars 2 would fucking love that. Dude, Guild Wars 2 fans are
I think
so casual.
I think you would play it, and we'd check in with you, and you'd be like, "Yeah, I optimized the
my
the
corn
system.
farm.
Yeah,
my
I think-
soybeans are off the chart.
I think that's the type of thing that you would get because it's because it is in that world. Doesn't mean you get totally hooked on it, but you would dedicate enough time to have like the perfect thing, and then you'd move on, never touch it again. I feel like that's what you do.
You know what's funny is when I think back to Guild Wars 2, I didn't really like it that much at launch.
I remember you being kind of underwhelmed a little bit.
Yeah, I got to
Yeah.
level 80 and I took like a 2-year break.
Yeah.
All of my friends had quit because it was nothing like Guild Wars 1. It was so not like Guild Wars 1. At the time, I was still playing Guild Wars 1 a shitload. And I was like, what the fuck? And then 2 years went by, and then I'm like, I need to get back into gaming. Story of my life. And I was like, all right, I'll go try Guild Wars 2 again. And I got way the fuck into it.
Yeah.
And played it for many more years, and then took and then I had like a 6-year break after that where I didn't play it and then I just started playing it recently. So
I've logged in every day since 2012.
no, it's been like 8 years or something. You're in my guild. I see your full name is because I have a nickname for you on my friends list, so your full name comes up. And it's so dusty.
Like,
Dusty.
I maybe put like 15 to 20 hours
Yeah.
into it, or something like it. Barely.
Mostly
touched it.
jumping puzzles. Was what
Jumping
we
puzzle.
did.
I just did whatever you told me. I was doing it for the sake of just playing.
Well, because
with you,
jumping
but
puzzles are just fun.
they're just fun, and as a non-MMO person, you can find fun and stuff like that.
Yep.
I played as the plant dude,
Savari.
Savari. Tilsar was my name. I had mushroom hat.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's a good
Tilsar.
game, man. I enjoy it. I love the world that it's created. I think, like I said, the combat is second to none. Yeah. It's so good.
What would be the most hyped? Like if they do end up partnering with some license, who would make you the most excited?
Honestly, the most excited would be just Guild Wars 3. It wouldn't be
Anything new?
anything new.
Like if they said we're making a Lord of the Rings game.
no. The thing with that shit is, has there ever? This is gonna flame a lot of people. Has there really ever been that great of a fucking Lord of the Rings game?
You were really into Shadow
of War?
Mordor and War.
Okay, so
You put that on
it's
your
like-
top RPG of all time list.
so it's like that. But
Yeah.
how many have they made? Dozens. How many
There's
shit
been-
Star Wars games has
There's
there
been
been?
more bad Lord of the Rings games than good ones.
By far. How many
Um,
shit Star Wars games have come out, right?
Wow.
Star Wars has a better track record of games though than Lord of the Rings does. Star Wars is.
You think it's more 50-50 or still more bad
I think
than
Star
good?
Wars is more. I would say closer to like 70-30.
Wow,
They
okay.
have a lot of good releases. They also just have really bad ones that stand out, but that's primarily Star Wars games are pretty good. I mean,
I just don't like the idea of hitching yourself, because this is what you get. You get this soy boy.
and you're limited.
Yeah, you're limited to the narrative. And then
Whoever owns
every
that IP is
fucking-
gonna like.
yeah. Every micro detour is like, this person would never
Lord of the
say
Rings,
that.
especially,
this
would be
one-
hard.
oh.
The fan base would
So
tear it to
gross.
shreds. They'd be like,
They'll-
"This is not lore accurate."
Tolkien would
This
have
is-
like had a side note written on like page 700 of the Silmarillion that's 3 letters long, and they'd be like they would have a whole blog post about why this character would not think this way, and it's just so gross. I don't want to see them tie it to anything. Like I said, the most hype I would be is Guild Wars 3, just because they're going to bring a lot of energy back in, and I'd be
New
curious.
community.
Honestly, this is going to sound crazy. Do you know what would actually be my most hyped moment? This is going to be very weird. I want Guild Wars 3 with a $15 a month subscription. So
No,
that
I think that's fair.
so that I don't want a free to play fucking game model where you're gonna. I don't even like the microtransaction shop in Guild Wars 2, but I deal with it. It's so non-invasive. It's not like anything that you got, like none of the modern games where it's like fucking spamming you all the time.
No.
It's not like that at all. But I don't want anything that I can pay for. Keep my wallet out of it. Charge me $15 a month that I can turn on and off whenever I'm playing your game, and feed me content at the pace I'm swallowing it. That would be my ultimate goal. I've come full circle on that philosophy of the subscription model,
what
where
about-
I've seen the opposite side of the coin, this free-to-play world that we live in now that's just toxic and gross,
Yeah.
to keep keep all that shit out of my game and just let me pay a monthly subscription and we'll call it
The
good.
only game I can think of that has that is World of Warcraft.
Oh,
right?
there's a shitload of PC
A lot of
games that
MMOs have
A
that.
lot.
Well,
A lot, actually.
what if it was a battle pass?
In what sense? Like, so the game doesn't have you can play it without.
Like you
You
can
can-
play without paying, but if you pay, then it.
I don't want that. That's
Yeah,
the
no.
microtransaction shop, isn't it?
Because I was gonna say that's also type of that's a subscription.
I also think Battle Pass is one of the worst
I
models.
Don't
to
like Battle
build
Pass.
around.
I would rather just pay a monthly fee, and then the game experience is the same for everybody that pays that monthly.
so. If
fee.
you don't pay that fee, you don't get to play at all.
correct,
Because also Battle Passes in their historical use, they're not new content. It's just play our game a lot. Now for season 5, and this season, Bruce Willis is the main character in Call of Duty, and it's like, okay, oh, we came out with a new tower, and it doesn't play out like it's not like an expansion. It's like it's not an expansion. It's not even to what I consider DLC, true DLC.
No.
It's like this shittier version of that forces you got it's the FOMO model. They're pulling on FOMO. You got 3 weeks to complete your battle pass, and if you buy it, it doesn't complete. You just fast track. So you still got to grind.
yeah.
I don't want that. I want the subscription model where you have, and I want full transparency. Every month you're going to get a new raid, or every month you're going to get a new dungeon, or whatever content that's in the game. You're going to get a new instance. You're going to get a new map. You're going to get new story, whatever. And they're super transparent to what you're getting with that $15 or $10 or whatever it is that they end up charging. But I remember being so grossed out by that as a kid, but now I get it. Like,
Yeah.
think about Blizzard was pure for years, and then they came out with the WoW token, which then fucking they double dipped, and it's like the worst version of itself now, and they've had it for like 8 years, and yet people have 40,000 hours in that game, so they don't give a shit. They're gonna continue playing it, but
right.
like you bought the game, and then you paid $15 a month, and that was it, and then you got like you could no life that game, and you could barely keep up with the content. That is so exciting to me, where you can't outpace the content because they have so much money to just keep throwing shit your way. I
think
that.
our perception on subscription services has changed drastically over the last like
How
10
bad
plus
they
years
got?
because of how just commonplace they are in our lives now.
Everything's a fucking subscription
Everything's a
model.
subscription service now, and then it starts to make you think like, man, back in the day I would have bitched about paying for one thing $15 a month. Now I'm afraid to add up how much I'm paying for all this shit.
Yeah.
Like everything costs money now. It's ridiculous.
Why didn't you get into World of Warcraft?
I didn't want to ask my parents for the money monthly.
Do you
Yeah.
think you could
He was
get
a
into
kid
it now?
I was in 6th grade.
think
you
your
know,
dad
like-
would have been the type of guy
Well, I
that
mean,
would
like,
fork out
$15 a month.
$15 a month.
and you had to buy the expansions.
Like
before-
eventually. Like why didn't you ever get into it?
You know what's funny? It's an interesting question. So I got into Guild Wars 1 in 6th grade. And it's because my aunt, who was living with us at the time, played it. And I thought it was like, this is so different than anything I'm used to. This is like really interesting. And I played it, and thank God it was Guild Wars. And because all the other games were toxic bullshit, like City of Heroes, which had a monthly
You had your real
subscription,
name
all
on
that
there.
stuff. Yeah, all that story. And then I got my friends. Never worked on Kyle, but I got all my real OGs. Kyle had characters on my account. I'd invite him over and be like, "You're gonna play this for the next 6 hours."
All
till we go
my
to bed."
real friends.
My cousin David came out probably about 6 months to a year into me playing this game, and saw me playing it. And was like, "I'm downloading this game when I get home." Like, absolutely. Took him like 4 days with his. He lived in the middle of nowhere in Indiana, and he went and downloaded the game, and it was like his PC was hilariously bad. There were certain zones I had to log in onto his character to like go and accept a quest because he couldn't load the zone because it was too much RAM. And yeah, it was so bad. He had the potato of potatoes. So I played with him for years, and at Austin Something Cool Gaming for years. David, my cousin, quit Guild Wars to go play World of Warcraft. And he tried so hard to get me to play. And I downloaded it. They did like a free weekend. I don't even remember why I was playing. I think I played for 30 minutes. And I was like, I was so anti-spending money at that time. I was so conservative, and at that point, I was more so an adult. Guild Wars 2 was already out,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't want to play this, because that's a game.
This feels dirty.
One of the biggest reasons is I don't like the perpetual gear grind.
Yeah.
I don't like arbitrary number gets bigger, and so all of a sudden you're better. I don't like the idea of spending an entire season to grind out the best gear in all the hardest raids to then day one of the new expansion drops, and I'm starting over, and it's like it was all meaningless.
As a bitch boy.
That's what I hate
That's
about Destiny.
lame. And that's what I struggle with in ARPGs. I get them, and I'm learning to love. I'm learning to like it, but it's still difficult. But that was always at the core. It was like, why am I spending thousands of hours? Because at that point I was thousands of hours in the Guild Wars. I'm like, my character's always relevant.
Yeah.
I don't have to go and, I could take a month off. I just never could get that. And World of Warcraft is a game to no life. You can't really play World of Warcraft casually. I guess you can, but it's a very different experience, and it's not how I would play.
Unless you're gaming with your significant other, I've actually seen World of Warcraft ruin marriages.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually destroyed families.
Yeah.
It's that hard to...
What's funny is I tried to start this is so nerdy. I tried to start an MMO gaming club at my high school with a buddy of mine named John. And he played the shit out of World of Warcraft. He's this big Indian dude. We played football together. And we went to like 8. He always memed on me for playing Guild Wars. He thought it was like the lesser version of World of Warcraft, which he's right. And so he tried to start. So like we would go around and we would talk to teachers, and like we talked to like 8 teachers, and none of them wanted. The teacher had to host the
club.
The club. None of them wanted to host a World of Warcraft club. So we would meet in the cafeteria my freshman year, and we would talk about games. He's this big old Indian dude. And,
So if
that
they
was like
hosted
Burning
it,
Crusade time, and he was in heaven. I was like,
if they had to host it, did they have to stay with you guys?
yeah, I
Like
was
after school during the club?
No, we just wanted a spot to geek out in a fucking classroom and not have to like sit in the cafeteria like a weirdo. Because nobody sat in the cafeteria because that was the culture. It's like nobody ate. If you were cool, you didn't eat at lunch. It was so stupid. And nobody wanted to host us. So you know what other club I started? I actually founded.
What?
Just take a wild guess.
Value.
Entrepreneur. Computer.
The Christian club
The Christian.
where we prayed.
Holy shit.
That was my sophomore year. Okay, after I had matured a little bit.
Oh, man.
Matured. So yeah. Anyway,
How did I never know? Did you hide that from me?
no, I think I've talked about it plenty of times.
Talked about going
We
to
found
like,
it in
core
our
groups and
chemistry
stuff.
class. Yeah, well, that's those kids. We all started the Christian club.
Christian club.
Wasn't enough that we met Wednesdays nights
You
and
needed
Sunday. We needed to be at school and pray. It's the kind of kids we were,
Damn.
And yep, we did it in our Christian chemistry class. And yeah,
What wild times.
It's crazy.
but yeah, I don't.
Wonder how the younger generation would view us now. I was never really that. Like, my family was, but I don't think I was ever really that. Like, it never had its hooks in me,
What? Religion?
Yeah.
Same.
I was never like cult-like about it, but I was there for the social, for the friends. And then
I had a
like
really
the
bad
friends.
experience with a lot of like the people I dealt with. This is not the topic for this type of podcast. But most of the people I dealt with that were my age, I felt like were just
Losers.
douchebags. Losers.
Total douchebags.
And I just didn't care to.
My
I
I was always chill.
was
No, it's like this weird. It was this weird pride, big dicking. Like I'm more religious than you, or like, or it's just a cult. It's like a not a cult, but it's like a club. You're either in the club or you're out, and you gotta like fight your way in. It's stupid.
I went to church camp, and I knew of like 4 people that were having sex.
Nice.
So I was like,
And it wasn't me.
they're all just, it wasn't me, I'll tell you that much, but it was all just like they all just were so fake. I think that's what I was
Hella
turned
fake.
off by.
Hella fake.
Yeah.
I know exactly.
Or
Yeah.
just the social aspect, like Billy.
Well, look at how many games you've talked about this before. How many games that you've played throughout the years that I'm sure you probably have some games too that undoubtedly you know you would love, but you just somehow never make your way over to it. You know, and it goes, and 8 years go by, and you're like, how have I never played this game? You're like, yeah, I don't know. And then you pick it up. Like Mass Effect, you didn't play it at launch. Took
No.
you, years after the
I mean-
fact. There's other games. I can't think of any examples right now, but I know that you're like, I never played it. And it's in every, all the people that are around you that like the same games, like, how have you
Lord
never
of the
played
Rings?
that?
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, how have you never watched Lord? Yeah, exact. That's a great. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
He never watched Lord of the Rings until a chick got him to doing, and it wasn't me in a bra.
Should have been.
Should have
Should have
been.
been.
He didn't watch it with us.
You
No,
were
but
there
he-
spiritually.
But the
gave you
moment
the
his
blow by
dick
blow.
did some thinking, he watched it.
It's like, you know what? This is a great.
You know what?
This is
Kinda
a
like this.
masterpiece.
Let's watch the extended version of all of them again.
Yeah, good.
Double header. Could you imagine watching the Lord of the Rings extended edition, a 14-hour endeavor, back to back? Pull a 24-hour.
That doesn't even sound like.
Wouldn't it be 28
enjoyable.
hour?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That doesn't
Would
even
you
sound
have
enjoyable.
like a sleep time or no?
No, you pull an all nighter.
Like,
Like
when
that's a.
Sam
You
and
have to go.
and Frodo go to sleep, you pause and you
And
go
if-
to sleep.
What happens if you fall asleep?
Like you do a sleeping
lose?
game instead of a drinking game. You catch a nap.
Play a drinking game. What is the one where every time Frodo makes an orgasm face?
Yeah, I have the game actually. I have it printed out. It's with my board game stack collection. Because my wife and I tried to do it once, and we got half hour in, and we realized we're going to get so fucking hammered. This is dangerous. So I think you're supposed to do sips of beer, and we were doing shots. And I remember
Which makes it
we were
funner.
4 or 5 shots in, and it wasn't even 30 minutes in. And we're like, Jesus
That's when we
Christ.
played Elden Drink. Except he didn't play. He's like, I am not doing that.
I had the first 45 minutes mapped out to where we could get a +9 weapon and
We
actually
had
beat the
different.
game.
I think.
And they're like, "Oh, let's get fucked up."
I think we had different expectations
Yeah.
of what that day was gonna be.
We were just there to drink and have fun. We didn't care to
And
beat
he's
it.
like that.
I was like, we can spend 30
that
minutes
has
and we
no
can
value.
dick
to
on
my
people.
day. It's like we are gonna speed run. I have a route. I have a weapon to plan.
I remember
made
what
it
we
to
got
Fire
to Fire Giant, but
I didn't make it to Fire Giant. I didn't even remember past Limgrave.
I remember. Did we fight Commander Neil?
It's Nile.
Niall.
Which one? The snow area?
Yeah.
I don't think.
I don't think you have to for what we were doing.
because that's just to get to the where
Oh,
the Halleck tree
tree.
is, and that's like bonus content.
I remember fighting Margit,
The first boss?
the first.
Yeah.
And by them though, we were pretty.
Oh, we were feeling it very early.
Yeah.
It was hard to try and focus up to beat the boss. You're like, I don't want to take another shot.
But no, yeah, we were taking a shot. Dylan and I were taking a shot every time someone died, and then we changed it to only just when we died because
we
we were like already just wasted, and Billy was like, "What the fuck are we doing?" He's getting mad.
oh, yeah. And then I remember I would always be the one going in between the bosses, so you guys were complaining.
Because you got all the actual gameplay.
I was like wasted, so it probably was only like 5 minutes. It felt like 5 hours.
This is just Dylan on a horse, and he wasn't like following any direction. He's just like, "Oh, did you know you could jump down from here? We see the horsey jumpy. That's
Being
name is
drunk makes you an
Taurus."
idiot.
I remember fighting Godfrey's clone, like the golden one,
The golden one.
like the magic.
Oh, yeah.
that fucker was hard.
That
Drunk.
fight is hard.
I didn't remember getting to that.
He's so aggressive, but I feel like he more so than other bosses can have such a wide range of attack patterns. Where you go in there sometimes and he feels like just finding a dumb iron giant,
Yeah.
you know, and then other times he's fucking Godfroy, you know, or
Pulling off
whatever.
combos you never
He's
seen.
Horaloo on your ass, and it's like, what the shit are we doing? I feel like he's one of the few bosses in that game where it's like, which guy am I getting? Flip a coin, because it's weird.
RNG.
Yeah,
Start getting off here. The all-knowing.
dead.
I love the way he's standing when you walk in, like he's about to be the biggest G ever, and then he just gets laid out. Worst boss ever.
Did we do Ronnie's quest line?
I literally remember nothing about, like,
I mean,
only thing I remember is going into getting the
yeah, we did Ronnie's quest line
scepter.
because we had to get. That was part of my path, I think, to get us a fully upgraded weapon. I was hellbent on that.
Only thing I remember is going to the
Volcano Manor.
Volcano Manor, getting trapped by that thing to go to Volcano Manor to get that scepter.
Didn't the first time we die?
Yeah, it didn't take us. Just died. Like we were in the wrong spot or something. I don't know.
I don't remember, yeah. Or he killed us in the wrong way. He didn't eat us.
Maybe.
What a weird glitch.
That's the- you know, that's
or not
the-
glitch, but
That's the only time I've ever done that. I've never done
think so,
that in
too.
gameplay, actually, like for real. I just go there the normal
because you wouldn't
way.
know unless. How the fuck did someone even figure that out?
They just
They
got
die.
ate by it, and they're like, "What? Where am I?"
Yeah, but then they find out, right? And then they
Yeah.
go to the internet to post about it.
Yeah, probably.
Did you guys
I've
know?
never posted my experience once in a game.
I
Because I'm
remember the-
grinding the game.
when we very first played Elden Ring, back when you're still in that beautiful discovery phase when you're just figuring shit out. I remember the first time I went to Caelid was because I went into that chest that's in the ruins by the dragon, and it took me to Caelid. And I remember I was trying to explain it to you guys, and I'm like, I'm literally in hell on earth. Like, what
I
is
remember
this?
that.
And I was trying.
Yeah, we're like,
And you guys are like, what are you
the
talking about? I was like,
fuck are
there's
you?
bright red fire everywhere. And I was trying to, and you guys are like, where the hell did you get there? I was like, I went into a chest and it sent me here.
Were we on Discord?
We were on,
I think they're on Discord.
it probably was Discord. We were talking the whole time.
Yeah. Was that like the only time we played together?
No, we played
No.
together for like a solid couple of weeks.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
because remember Melania? I'm like, I
yeah,
just
yeah,
beat
that's
her
right.
in 3
yeah,
tries.
Yeah, yeah.
And you guys
That's
are like,
right.
we pretty
Billy's
much,
like, I need proof.
almost every night we just played on Discord together for a good while.
Yeah, okay.
I definitely for the first whole playthrough, I feel like.
I still don't believe you.
I did.
He's actually never even beat the game.
I didn't even
Not
own the
only.
game.
He's just pretending this whole time.
So when you guys saw me beat Star Scourge for
I
Dawn,
don't
That was
even.
actually the first.
that was the first time I played the game.
I don't even.
That's why he calls Ronnie by her pet name, not Rena.
That's why I was actually pirating somebody else's gameplay. I still don't own it.
I still don't know.
Yeah, you were your stream when you beat Radon in his true form. That was someone else's stream.
Yeah.
that you just
I was pirating.
pirated. Yeah.
That's why Kyle's mute.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're in
Naturally.
it, and I'm the dumb one. I didn't know.
Yep.
You both were in on it.
No, just because I was pirating it, I had to cut off the audio altogether. So that's why you can't hear Kyle celebrate with me, and it
Makes
sounds like
sense.
just me going, "Woo! Yeah,
There we go.
there we go."
No. It's better than when I beat it, and then you just hear me.
Oh, I've been playing Hollow Knight.
Yeah,
I
Playing
got
Hollow Knight, huh?
I'm probably 3 to 5 hours into it. I'm not digging the exploration in
no,
that game. It's not hitting with me.
not a Metroidvania.
I killed
Guy?
the sister.
It's been a while since I played Hollow Knight.
Well, the sister is who you play, and it's the second game.
Oh,
Silksong.
Silk, or
Isn't that her sister? I don't know.
kind of
Maybe.
half sister,
Um,
Hornet.
the runbacks are getting me, and it's like it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like, oh, this is the game design. It just feels shitty, and I struggle with navigating in that game more than any fuck. I feel stupid. I'm like, which fucking turn did I go down? And the map doesn't even show you where you are. You have to interpret it. And
Do you have the compass?
um,
No.
I bought everything from the vendor, so I think I do. But I don't.
Equip that. It's a charm. It'll show you where
Okay,
you're on the
maybe
map.
maybe I need to equip that. But here's the thing. Everything that I'm reading about, I'm like, there's no way. Like, this seems like I'm struggling with that. I kind of Googled some of my concerns and stuff. There's entire threads of people shitting on Hollow Knight for that exact reason. And everybody is like, all this is solved in Silksong. Or it's way better, at least.
Yeah.
From
the
so-
run backs are a lot faster because, well, do you have the dash yet? Probably
Yes.
not. You do.
Yeah, you get that from beating the sister.
Okay. In Silksong, there's a sprint button. So she's zooming.
She's fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm just the exploration of everything is
Get try to equip the little
okay.
compass.
I'm gonna try the compass
Because
because I feel so dumb. I'm like okay. I think the shapes don't match really where you're navigating to, and it's like that to me is not fun. It's I don't like when I'm trying to explore, like that part shouldn't be hard. Figuring out where the fuck I am.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm struggling with that, but I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying.
Thank you. Kyle, Hollow Knight's free on PlayStation.
So if you download it during that month, then you have it forever, right?
Yeah.
If you just add it to your
Yeah.
library, you have access to it forever.
Unless, for whatever reason, they decide to revoke everything you've bought online.
But you should download it.
Have they done that?
No, but legally, anything
yeah,
you buy
yeah,
on PlayStation Store, they can take away from you if they want.
Technically, I guess that's how Steam works too,
Yeah.
and yeah, all this shit. Thank you for this.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna play it on this. Wait, is this tied to your Steam, or can I change that account?
We'll find out.
I'm sure you can.
I'm sure you
Are you
can.
okay with me changing?
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Okay. Because I guess I could just play it on your account as like a new. Well, no, I don't want to go. I'm gonna lose my 4 hours of progress.
He's gonna be playing Dune. Just kidding.
I'm gonna try and put on a couple different games on this,
I love it's the OLED screen.
dude.
It looks
I'm hyped.
crisp.
I'm hyped. Thanks for bringing this.
Of course.
Okay, well, this has turned into a 3-hour episode.
Yeah, we should probably end it.
Yeah. Yeah, turn it.
Oh, is that not the?
Flip
He
it.
breaks it because it's the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I see it.
A shitty case, Dylan.
You're like, Billy, I need it back.
I don't know why, but when I look at this, like Steam Deck brought to you by the Discovery Channel. I don't know. I get
I
the
could see it.
Discovery Channel vibes.
It does kind of. All right, well,
They can find us.
Wait
Where
a
can
minute.
They find us?
This is the chair.
Billy, where
kick
can
it
they
to
find
me.
us?
They can find us on YouTube every night or every Tuesday
every night.
Every Tuesday
night?
night from 7 p.m.
Technically.
Pacific Standard Time. And yeah, we go live. Sometimes we play games. We haven't been doing that much lately. Sounds like the boys were talking about kicking off
Guild Wars again?
no, well, Baldur's Gate at least.
Baldur's Gate.
And yeah, so we'll check that out.
No promises.
You're not going to derail it like I do?
No, because that's a
No, because I'm a mature.
that is a loss to our episodes every night.
I think it adds value, which Billy's all about.
And that value is negative.
He's already derailing. He's not even the one who's derailing.
By you asking about the derail, you've officially derailed.
I pulled it out of you.
End it.
But yeah,
End it. Damn it.
remember, guys, with a good KD, you get the
Duh.
Dub.
bye, guys.